Cool Figure TV. Revolutionary salute. Revolutionary salute. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the House of Revolution. You know I'm your humble host, the Yao Ming of Revolution. We have a FBA versus African Migrant Diaspora war. Before we get into that, be sure to wipe your feet. That means hit the like button. You in the House of Revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, y'all. Well, the disrespect is flying. The threats is flying. People stand on business on all sides. Let's see exactly what's going on here. Let's get to the content. Salute.
You want to go to war? We will. And also, we can ask all our African doctors, boycott all Black American treatment.
Oh, really?
Like I said, you don't want to go to war with African.
This week, the diaspora beef between Blacks have been pretty much very interesting, especially on X. We have seen so many people, especially Blacks, even on TikTok, talking about the fact that as Black Americans, we are not African. We do not look African. All right. And then obviously we've had, the Africans versus Black Americans beef getting much worse. But this week, we saw that the actual online beef may reach reality when a lady positioned this here.
So she's encouraging that we do an August 1st protest all through the month of August. I think it should continue throughout for the rest of the year, right? Let them really feel the heat, okay? Because they are confused about who they are, who we are, and what this is all about, right? They're so busy licking boots, they don't seem to want to give us our respect. They need a wake-up call, right? Because clearly they don't understand that the large majority of why you are even in the space that you're in is because of us, and that our dollars are the ones that pay your bills.
Now, this boycott was pretty much based on the fact that, hey, we don't really like you guys as Africans in so many words, or you guys are disrespecting us. So now we want to boycott all of your businesses, your African businesses, so to show you who is boss, okay? And this actually, in my honest opinion, this position, while it could be felt that way, I think Africans took this as an opportunity to position a clapback.
There's been a lot of xenophobia happening in the Black community within the diaspora, but most importantly, the supremacy happening in the African American community, and that's been very interesting to witness. But ultimately, the most interesting conversation that came from that is the "we're boycotting African braiding shops" conversation. If you don't know, there's a growing movement for African Americans to boycott African braiding shops. Ask me, what did African braiding shops do? Nothing, because the issue is not necessarily with them. But before we start here, let me give you the parallels of why I think this is so interesting. Be mindful that one of the cultures of America is to be self-centered, and it's ingrained into Americans of all sorts, including African Americans. It's not meant as an insult, but that's just how it is. On one side, we're talking about boycotting African braiding shops as a retaliation towards something that they had nothing to do with, really, but we could not boycott companies that actually harmed us as a community. McDonald's, Starbucks, Lululemon.
Now, this lady thought that she ate with this clapback. And you got to understand, she's from African heritage in the States. I'm Black American. And as much as I'm Pan-African and I love the Pan-African community, we're all going to be biased towards our own community, right? I'm biased towards our own community. Bill Scott from the African diaspora, we will be biased. It's just natural, right? We're going to love our people more than we love other folks. It's just what happens. So what she's saying in honesty is saying like, hey, they want to boycott Africans for no reason, okay? And to be honest, that response could fit what the first person was saying, because the first person wasn't talking about a service issue. It just seemed like it was just absolute prejudice. So what she's doing is saying, oh, well, the reason why you're absolutely prejudiced is because you're entitled like other Americans, and Africans didn't do anything wrong. All right. Now, I'm going to talk about a video in which this lady 3 weeks ago made this video about African braid shops.
And y'all can say what y'all want, but y'all going up in these African shops and getting cussed out and getting played in and getting brazen big in the middle and little around the edges. Then y'all talking about something. Africans is not the problem. Yes, they is. Mm-hmm. Yes, they is. And y'all condone it because y'all love convenience. Y'all love to go sit up at a bikini bottom the bottom of bikini bottom, as long as it comes with quick self-serve checkout braids. I ain't never seen nobody that don't want to go sit at nobody. They always gonna be quick. Oh, 15 people was on my head. The disrespect that y'all go through going to the African braid shop, y'all are the reason why they keep opening up 15 shops. Y'all over here giving them y'all hard-earned money and they cussing y'all, slapping you in the face, putting synthetic hair in your head, doing y'all any kind of way. And like I said, I don't care. If you got good service, you just got good service. If you a bad braider, you a bad braider. You a good braider, you a good braider. I'm not no hater. But the way I keep scrolling down my timeline, that's why I don't double tap African when I see y'all, oh, come with me to go get my hair done. Let me go get my hair done. Let me go over there and get cussed out. Let me go over there and get the middle big and the outside look.
Now, in this video, the lady is talking about service issues, right? She's not talking about, I dislike Africans. I want to put y'all in y'all place. Is there some anger and frustration? Yes, there. Yes, it is there. But the core argument that this woman has is a service-based issue. Okay. Now, after listening to this, I want you to see what a commenter came and said underneath her post. This lady goes, y'all hate Africans so much, but swear you're not African, yet still black. Make it make sense. Boycotting African businesses won't heal your generational trauma. Now, if you can remember, this lady made this video 3 weeks ago. There wasn't an African boycott then. So this lady just found out about an African boycott and decided to go comment on this. That's your battles, not ours. Mad yet, you're rocking an African hairstyle, but hate Africans, the math ain't mathin'. You're not better than Trump with this hate. You just inherited the same mindset. So here's the issue that I have on the African side, okay? And even on the Black American side, but we're not talking about them right now. The reality is this. I live in Africa. I live on the continent of Africa. One of the things that I deal with when it comes to the African community is there is a lot of no accountability, right? When you bring something to them, and this is just what I've experienced, that clearly is a service issue, what happens is a lot of Africans tend to be apathetic in the private sector. And so that doesn't change when you come to the States. You're from a place that, I'm going to be real, it's not to be offensive, but to be in Africa is a survival mindset. It's a survival mentality. All right. Now you can get rich, and some Africans are very talented. Many of them are very talented and smart, but that doesn't mean they're going to always give the best customer service or experience in the private sector. Okay. So, like you said, it's almost impossible to do a lot of business with, Ugandans. It can be a very difficult process. And so when you're talking about something that, hey, I don't like this for whatever reason, what you'll typically hear is somebody say something like this. They're not focusing on what you're talking about, which is the issue. It's let's go ahead and move the goalpost and blame it on something else. It is clear as day in this situation, the woman is talking about a service issue, but you want to turn it into hate, okay? And this is why I think that the beefs on either side grow to what they are, because there is unaccountability on both sides. I'm going to be real. I see it on the Black American side. I see it on the African side. But since this topic is about what it is, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of Africans, especially on the continent and outside of the continent, that unaccountability is a real thing. And when you're struggling to tell them exactly here's what I have a problem with, most people have a hard time accepting what you're saying and then trying to give an excuse to you as to why it is. And Africans know what I'm talking about. If you live in Africa, it's one of the reasons why Africans come to any other place in the first place. Unaccountability, can't get paid, excuses. Why do you think you see so many Africans going to Dubai, to the West? They're going to a place with more transparency because they're tired of that from their own home country. Yet, many of us who we carry that mentality, which is a survivalism instinct wherever we go, all right? It's just, I have mines in the States and I'm here in Africa. It's not always the best, and they carry it. But they don't want to realize that. Some of the people that talk like this is not an insult, all right? The lady is clearly talking about a service issue. Now, the first lady, I can understand why she responded, because yes, just to boycott African business, to put them in their place, for me, I don't understand why that's something you need to do. But hey, it's easy to rebuttal. This one situation here, it's clear that the lady's talking about you guys give bad service, don't go. And it's not only her saying that. There's so many people talking about African braid shops on TikTok. There's compilation videos you can find all over social media about how bad some of them are. And yet, all of a sudden, that means you hate Africans? No. If you're going to an African braid shop in the first place, you can't hate Africans. And that's the real situation also I want to talk about. Blacks and Africans don't hate each other. Like, the reason why there's even a quarrel, because there is still some love for each other in the community. If it was a hatred situation, it would be more serious, like what you see with the Israel Palestine thing. Like if that was the case, but it gets worse.
If only this reached the consensus of all African and Caribbeans, everybody from Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, and Africa. If this meet your consent, since the Black American want to go to war, let's try, let's see. All of us, let's call out one day from work. All of us across the United States. All immigrants call out from work. Yes. If they want to go to war, let's see what they can prove. And also, all immigrants, like your businesses from all Black Americans, simple as that. Don't let them go into your grocery store. Don't let them go into your restaurant. Don't let them go into your salon.
This shit go bankrupt and go broke.
You want to go to war? We will. And also, we can ask all our African doctors, boycott all Black American treatment. Like I said, you don't want to go to war with African. Trust me. We are 54 freaking country. The population of African in the United States is more than your Black American population. Just so you know. That's the reason why 64% of the Democratic vote is immigrant. And out of that 64, 54 is Black. So Black America, you don't want to go to war with us. At this point, I don't care if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, because the stupid Black Republicans that are being controlled by the white tea brought this up. And it seems to be that some of you on the Democratic Party side are also getting along. So you want to pick that fight? We can do so.
So this lady is Liberian. And she's talking about basically, Black Americans better be warned in all of this, and they need to boycott our businesses and stuff like that. All I want to say for this lady is bless her heart, because you can't take what she's saying seriously, because making content like this, especially if you live in a Black city and you're not really like that, somebody could pull up on you. That's how serious that can be. So,
lady, stop counting Morocco and Algeria. They don't like your Black ass. See, this lady here, Morocco and Algeria don't like your Black ass. Why are you counting them? They say don't ever in your life call them Black Africa. You think we stupid? See, you think you can sell us anything? Majority of your countries don't even get along. They won't stand with you. Come on now, let's continue.
But this is what she's saying, and then again, I don't think that's gonna work, and I'm gonna tell you why. In my honest opinion, I've seen that a lot of Africans that talk like this typically don't support each other that much, in my honest estimation. So most Africans don't even look at each other the same. And I mean, if you have to unify based off of basically a disagreement against somebody else, that's not real unity. So the Caribbeans typically look at Africans, maybe there's some similarities, but different. Liberians look at Nigerians as being different. Ghanaians and Nigerians are definitely different. So it's not going to be a whole lot of unity there anyway when it comes to that. Now, Black Americans are also not as unified as they could be, but there's still one common group. All right. So they have a shared lineage that's a little bit different. But again, I think that this situation just makes us need to listen to one another. First of all, the Blacks all around the world have a serious problem. Problem in Black business is we want to give consumers what they want, we want to give consumers what we want to give them and not what they want. It's a big problem, and Black American businesses has always been historically an issue. It's the same issue coming now with the diaspora, but the issue is the leniency we would give Black American businesses, we will not give that same leniency to African businesses simply because Africans are not in our direct group. That has to be understood. We can all be Black and love each other unless you're just really accepted by, and some Africans are accepted by, like Godfrey, somebody like that, right? Some Africans are, but most are not, and it's the same way with both of us. But we will give each other a chance to support. The problem is that if you give crappy service to somebody that's not in your community, they're going to have a problem with you and they're going to call you out. All right. I live in Uganda. The moment I start having a business that gives crappy service to Ugandan, they will never accept that because I am not Ugandan. I have to be adding on them. There's a saying here in Uganda, what are you adding on us? All right, that they use a lot. And basically, you're here, you're in our country. What are you adding on us? So if African businesses are in America and you're dealing with Black Americans in a way that they deem that's improper, and then you're unaccountable for some of the mistakes you're making in braid shops and in some certain businesses, and you want to blame it on Blacks, then people are going to ask you, what are you doing in America? Why don't you go back? What are you adding on us? That's what Black Americans are now saying. What are you adding on us? And listen, when you deal with Africans, you got to add something on them. Africans are not going to deal with you largely if you're not adding on them. Those are facts. Africans everywhere. Typically, because I can tell you, Africans that move from their country to any developed country in the world, they have a level of a survival mindset. Not all of them, but many of them do. So if it's not benefiting them, they're not going to deal with you. This don't make them bad people, because most folks are like that. But for them, it's a little bit more serious. All right? You have to add something on Africans for them to deal with you for real. That don't make them bad or worse people, but it's pronounced. So Black Americans ain't no different. If you're not adding on them, they gonna come for you now. That's just what it is. So in order for us to deal with each other, we have to add on each other. That's the only way. One group can't feel like they don't need to add on somebody. Because if you come to Ghana, you come to Liberia, you have that attitude. Black Americans, we're gonna all come together and boycott Africans, and they'll mop you up in a minute. If a Black American got on TV and said what she said to Ghanaians, by tonight that business will be destroyed. Everybody knows. So again, the focus needs to be on understanding what the other person wants and giving it to them. When you're dealing with Africans as Black Americans in business, you got to go the extra mile, even if it's your country, because they're a customer still. If you're African and you're dealing with Black Americans, these are not people in your direct tribe. You don't know them like that. Well, maybe you might, right? But you got to understand that your leash is a little bit different. It's not as long as another Black American. Just like mine. My leash is not as long as another Ugandan. I won't get a second opportunity like a Ugandan. So I have to do the job right. So we got to be mindful of that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. The episode of The Celebrity Drunk.
Who the heck started this whole boycott African businesses trend?
Wait a minute. So y'all are telling me starting August 1st, y'all are gonna boycott African businesses?
Hi guys. So listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Verse or Belly Dirt channel. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I'm gonna be your today's host, and I have so many statistics to put up here, and we are gonna come out to talk about it. All right, lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
Hi guys. So listen, I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I don't just talk about it, I bees about it. So since it's picking up so much momentum, since we are in a paradigm shift, and since we as Black Americans are really sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of telling them we are sick and tired of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not a Black American, I have picked a date, and I say starting August the 1st, for the entire month of August, we boycott African-owned businesses. That includes restaurants, hair salons, braid shops, etc., etc. It's time to show them that our Black American dollar is what runs this damn country. We are no longer tolerating disrespect. We are demanding it. We have been punching bags long enough. No more. So I say again, August 1st, we're going to start. And for the entire month of August, no support for African businesses from Black America. Now, there are some of you in the comments that are saying, well, if we're going to do this to our own people, to Africans, which, by the way, they're not our own people.
Revolutionary salute. Revolutionary salute to our brother Marco Kane for the donation to the war chest. Revolution is way of life. Absolutely appreciate the love. Family salute. He said, lines is only work if resources are shared and respect is mutual. It's only way. It's a one-way thing right now, especially with the slick disrespect. You absolutely right, family. Appreciate you. Help me keep the lights on here in the House of Revolution. Salute to you. Salute to our brother. Salute to our family Blockbuster for the donation to the war chest. Revolution is way of life. Absolutely appreciate the love, family. Salute to you.
Well, they are not
this is a
Black
conversation
Americans.
that
They don't
needs to
even
be
want to
had. It's
associate
going to be
themselves
good for
with us.
everybody.
But I digress. If we're going to do this to them, then y'all are saying, well, we should do this to the Asians. We should do this to the Arabs. We should do this to this. I agree. And if you want to do that, start your cause. Shit, again, I bees in the trap. I'm about this life. We can do one ethnicity a month for all I care.
Yeah.
Start your cause. Get out my comments. Start your cause, and we'll follow it. That's it. Don't challenge me to do it. I'm doing what I believe in right now. So you do what you believe in right now. This one is August. Pick who you want to do for the month of September. State your case, start your cause, share your video that is motivating this, and rally the troops. I'm all in. But right now, for the month of August, August 1st through August 31st, no support for African businesses. All right? And as I always say, Black American power. Let's go. So listen, if you are on board, like, follow, comment, share, repost, guys. Make sure to follow so you can be updated about new information. Okay? Bye.
Black Revolutionary salute to our Queen Yaya's kids for the donation to the war chest. Revolution is way of life. Absolutely appreciate the love, Queen. Salute to you. See, this is a great thing and a great conversation because respect got to be given and shown, and we've already shown the love that we have for our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, especially at this channel. We heroically rose up. Remember, when this country was putting the bullseye on our revolutionary brother Ibrahim Toure, it's the Black Americans who rose up and put the pressure on America, and they was like, whoa, we can't have no misunderstanding here in America. We rose up ferociously on behalf of that brother and those revolutionaries over there. We rose up ferociously on behalf of our brothers, Brother Barbecue and the revolutionaries in Haiti. So we've already have the respect to say revolution is way of life. We won't be tolerating any disrespect, and people we're under severe pressure here. And one thing we don't appreciate is people that you have land, you have resources, and you're still buck dancing and shoe shining, and you're being disrespectful towards us. We're not going for that shit. You have land, you have resources, and you're not pulling your fair weight towards what's supposed to be restoring stuff on behalf of the ancestors. So this is a good thing, and we can see who can hold out the longest. It's definitely gonna be us. It's definitely gonna be us.
August 1st through August 31st, no support for African business.
This is so funny because first she says boycott, the African braiding shops. Ma'am, you have some long, beautiful locks in your hair. When was the last time you got braided? Please. You just want to be a hater at this point. And then now it's the African businesses as a whole that you guys are going to boycott. Okay? People buying cassava leaf once in a while is not going to affect anyone's business. I promise you. And this whole conversation is so funny because we as Africans, we come together. We are community down. We sustain our own businesses, our own communities. So this is not going to do anything. I'm not going to lie to you. And another thing, what is so funny to me is like these diaspora wars are only online. If you were to have a conversation with an African American,
that's a big problem. You sitting there telling those lies. Y'all not together. Y'all don't have the unity that y'all supposed to have over there. That's why we can't be involved in a bunch of the nonsense, because we get stabbed in our back because we not in the same tribe when y'all bust down y'all tribes over there. But y'all busting down with who part of the Commonwealth, who rolling with France, who rolling with Britain, huh? Who kissing America's ass? Come on, I don't want a card over there, man. You not on one accord. And for Africans who come over here and talk that shit, you should be ashamed of yourself. You sure you're not on one accord? You flee your homeland. Because you know they bootlicking and shoe shining and buck dancing over there. You know it. So don't disrespect. You see, the problem is you look at us and see jealousy is a disease. That's the first thing we got corrected, jealousy. We got it hard. We earning every goddamn thing we got. Y'all waking up, you got land and resources. You have nobody to blame. You can't blame us.
or a Black American or Black person face to face, these conversations do not arise whatsoever. The Black friends I have and I've made, they are so loving, nurturing, and inviting. They're very open. So to see that people online are getting paid by the CIA, the FBI to start these diaspora wars, it's very eye-opening to me. Because once the first hits, she's going to cash her check and then probably delete her videos or turn her comments off like she already has and go about her business, go about her life. While Africans are left with just a skewed perception of who really, messes with us and who doesn't. Notice how the only videos on her page that go viral are about diaspora wars. That's how you know she's being paid twice. She gets paid by whatever groups tell her to post this type of stuff, and then she gets paid by TikTok as well. So all of this is just hilarious. Our businesses are gonna have the same flow of income, the same, amount of customers, because we support ourselves, we sustain ourselves. So whatever y'all boycott, we are not gonna feel a thing, but kudos to you guys. And let's start boycotting everyone else that does you guys wrong.
Now, how is that true when y'all busted the United States give all those African nations hundreds of millions of dollars in subsidies a year? What the hell are you talking about? Has your government lied to you, ma'am? Your government has lied to you, ma'am. That's a fact. You have all the resources in the world, but because some of your boule leaders won't quit buck dancing, you should be mad at your leaders, never be mad at us. You should be mad at your leaders because they still kissing ass. But y'all getting subsidies from America. You're getting handouts from America. That's a fact. Hundreds of millions of dollars y'all are getting from us, goddammit. What are you talking about yourself? What the hell are you talking about y'all take care of yourself? You could. You should. But you're not.
Honestly.
Of August 1st through August 31st, no support.
I'm tired of being nice to you. Can everybody please just shut the fuck up? All the people in the diaspora, just shut the fuck up. Boycotting African businesses. Telling Black Americans they don't know where they come from. Saying we aren't educated.
I'm making this video because I wanted to support Shaya's Shelf, who is promoting a protest for August 1st. Complete blackout on African braiding shops, restaurants, and stores, right? I'm absolutely here for this. I'm showing my support because I do this in my everyday life. I do not shop with the Africans. Ain't no African ever braided my hair, put their hands on my head, or none of that.
The level of idiocy we've just observed needs to be studied because, wow, isn't this embarrassing? Isn't this embarrassing? First off, all Africans aren't the same. Africa's a huge continent.
And y'all can say what y'all want, but y'all going up in these African shops and getting cussed out and getting played in, getting brazen and big in the middle and little around the edges. Then y'all talking about something. Africans is not the problem. Yes, they is. Mm-hmm. Yes, they is. And y'all condone it because y'all love convenience. Y'all love to go sit up in somebody's bikini bottom, the bottom of bikini bottom, as long as it comes with quick.
At this point, shut the African braiding shops down, because it's been 2 days. I've seen 5 videos, 5 different African braiding shops, 5 different African braiding shops. You hear me? And 5 different arguments, 5 different fights, and 5 different African braiding shops. So what are they telling you? They gotta go. Shut them down. At this point, shut the African braiding shops down, because it's been 2 days. I've seen 5 videos, 5 different African braiding shops, 5 different African braiding shops. You hear me? And 5 different arguments, 5 different fights, and 5 different African braiding shops. So what are they telling you? They gotta go. Shut them down. At this point, shut the African braiding shops down, because it's been 2 days. I've seen 5 videos, 5 different African braiding shops, 5 different African braiding shops. You hear me? And 5 different arguments, 5 different fights, and 5 different African braiding shops. So what are they telling you? They gotta go.
Hear me. Who the heck started this whole boycott African businesses trend? Like seriously, people's priorities are
Black Americans. So we're boycotting immigrants and individuals who happen to be anti-Black American, thinking it's choice to disrespect Black Americans in the land we built and we paved the way for them in the United States of America. That's the variable. So I submit key to Congo. You may remember.
Good morning, my.
Yo, y'all are really mad at African. You guys are really mad at the whole continent. You guys want to boycott our businesses and stuff like that, but most of you guys still wear Lululemon. What is the problem? I'm not understanding, and I'm not like, why are you guys so mad? Why are you mad at us? Why are you guys so mad at us, honestly?
What I'm getting is we failed to boycott Target. We failed to boycott Lululemon. We failed to boycott all the businesses that are failing us. But we woke up and chose to boycott.
Wait a minute. So y'all are telling me starting August 1st, y'all are gonna boycott African businesses? I don't understand where the disconnect happened. Like, I thought we was cool. Back in like the early 2000s, y'all was calling us African booty scratchers, making.
Y'all, so I was gonna do a get ready with me video this morning, but I don't know, this topic just been sitting on my heart, and the fact
Our ancestors are with us. But then again, the sheer stupidity, ignorance, buffoonery, coonery,
who the heck started this whole boycott African businesses trend? Like seriously, people's priorities are messed up all over the place right now. There are actual people being held in concentration camps. Genocide is happening in multiple places around the world, and y'all are focused on boycotting African businesses. You're under spells, people. I'm so confused. Look at how far we've come. Africans and African Americans. This is exactly what people mean when they say we're our own downfall. African Americans benefit from African culture every day, from braiding shops to restaurants to traditions and so much more. Africans in America today wouldn't be where we are without African Americans. They have paved the way for us in so many different ways. So why not boycott the businesses that don't benefit us in any way? Why not keep the same energy for the culture vultures, who, by the way, aren't just white people, who profit off of us every chance they get, who profit off of us but tear us down whenever we thrive? People talking about boycotting African businesses but can't stop shopping at Target and sipping on Starbucks and buying that nasty ass McDonald's. Outsiders don't even see a difference when it comes to us. To them, we're all the same. So what is this energy? Why are we the ones dividing ourselves? Please, let's get it together. We've lost the fight.
Nope.
Wait a minute. So y'all are telling me starting August 1st, y'all are gonna boycott African businesses? I don't understand where the disconnect happened. Like, I thought we was cool. Back in like the early 2000s, y'all was calling us African booty scratchers, making fun of us for speaking a different language and just being different in general, never really included us. And then here comes the 2010s and shit, and y'all are like dripped out in dashikis, taking 23andMe, ancestry tests, talk about I'm half Nigerian, don't know shit about the culture, but y'all wanted to be woke and hop on this African trend so bad for what? Just for y'all to take that shit away in the 2020s and make it make sense. Y'all are gonna complain about going to Shayla, paying $350 for some large knotless braids, and she's gonna charge you half of the deposit. And if you don't pay that shit on time, she's gonna charge you another $10 just because you didn't pay for that shit on time. And y'all are gonna boycott the African braiding shops. Them motherfuckers didn't do shit to you. They do your hair in a fast and cheap manner, but y'all gonna boycott them for what? I want to make this very clear. Africa is a fucking continent with 54 countries, and I'm tired of y'all bitches getting that wrong because y'all coming on here sounding dumb, stupid, and broke on some real shit. These people come all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to start a new life, don't know the language, don't know the tradition, don't know shit, get it out the mud, the real definition of getting it out the mud, and y'all gonna boycott them because y'all mad that fufu don't got flavor. Is that what it is? I don't know where this is stemming from. And this is why the Black African American community will always have the crabs in the bucket mentality, because we're doing stupid shit like this over some bullshit. This should be the time where we're really uniting together.
They ain't been living amongst us with this hostility. They've been living right amongst us, cosplaying, hate our guts, each other want to be us, As soon as we put our hand on our wallet and the women hold that purse, now they, whoa, what is this all about? Hey, we didn't. Hey, all we said was we're gonna spend some money other places. We're gonna look at other places, huh? Now we gotta be disrespected.
Country against us, a whole ass administration against us. The last thing we need is to be against each other, which I want to boycott African businesses. Stupidness.
There's an internet psyop taking advantage of undereducated African Americans called the FBA movement. FBA stands for fear of being African, I think. And it's causing...
Look, see? Look at this. Look at this type of bullshit, bro. Look at this. This is nonsense. Why do we have to be disrespected? You see what I'm saying? We don't. All my African brothers and sisters, we don't tell them how to name their tribe. That's none of our stinking business. We don't get to say anything about their tribal businesses. If we feel it's bizarre, if we feel the traditions look weird, the dress code is crazy, we don't say, hey, that's not our business. That's their tribal business. But we see now when we talk about our tribal business, everybody want to have an opinion. And you should be African. Brother, you have thousands of different tribes. We're breaking our tribe down and getting our tribe right. But that's not the problem. Not being able to cosplay like our tribe and roach off our tribe, that's the problem. See, that's the real problem. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's not crazy. No. Members only.
A sect of African Americans who didn't graduate high school for the most part to grab onto certain catchphrases and hot terms to disparage African people and distance themselves from their own African ancestry.
Nobody ever discouraged no motherfucking African people. And this is another thing I keep telling these goddamn people. Why they don't tell a white man this? I heard somewhere in history class, science class, all mankind came from Africa. That's what they say. All mankind. They say the Chinese people, they say the white people, they say the Mexican people, the Asian people, everybody they say found in Africa. That's their theory. Let's not debate the scientific theory that you have to say if you want to pass your class. All human beings come from Africa. Okay, that's what they say. But then why the fuck they tell everybody to claim Africa? Why we got to claim it? You go tell it to the Europeans. Go tell that shit to the Asians. Tell that shit to the Mexicans that they don't want to be African. They come from Africa too, right? Right? Come on, hell no, bro. You tell that to everybody on the fucking planet. Don't be telling us that's crazy. What is wrong with motherfuckers trying to make us claim we're gonna claim whatever they're claiming, whatever they saying? Nah, see, you got the wrong people now. And now we reject that mentality. Now we gotta look at you, now we gotta side eye some of y'all and say, whoa, what was this all about? What was this all about? Because now it don't seem genuine what you're trying to do. Now it seems like it's something more. You seem like something biblical, like you're trying to steal an inheritance, like you're trying to steal our inheritance. That's what it seemed like.
Always been in America, and the Native Americans are really the ones who came over to America. Like, it's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Our inheritance, bro.
Something I noticed about these people online is that every single one of their accounts look a lot like bot accounts, and the ones that aren't bot accounts, you can tell by their profiles that these are losers.
We're not real people.
These are people that contribute nothing to the African American community, but they're so proud of being African American based on,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't fucking know what.
We don't do nothing for the community. We don't contribute nothing to this, but what we don't do for our own goddamn community. Huh? He really painting a broad bush. All of them. He really saying black people, them niggas not doing nothing but talking. That's what he really saying. You see? Look at this. And I find that anybody that say you're African or anything like that, brother, I'm with you. You should shut your motherfucking mouth. All of your countries is ran by Europeans and racist Arabs. All of your countries. All of them. Except Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Those are the only free countries. They talking about, tell me it's so many 50-something countries in Africa one more goddamn time, and it's only 3 that's free. It's only 3 countries in Africa that's free right now. from the imperialists. Every other last one is on their knees doing whatever the fuck the Europeans and the Arabs tell them to do. That's why a lot of y'all come over here. You can't take the pressure. It's hard over there, ain't it? God damn it. To be in your own land and be subservient to the Europeans and to the Arabs. Man, don't fucking take us for fools, bro. Don't think we so stupid that we don't understand what's fuck going on in Africa.
And I'm an African American. I'm very proud of my ancestry. I'm proud of the things that we've accomplished.
No, you ain't.
I'm proud
No,
of
you
who
ain't.
we are.
No, you
But
ain't.
we're African people
No,
that
you
were
ain't.
born in America. And the most intelligent thing we can do strategically and socially and politically is to connect with the continent. Otherwise, if we isolate ourselves in the Americas, we will get genocided. So whoever is behind this psyop wants you all to get murdered. You're distancing yourselves from Caribbean folks and African people saying they want to be us. And we're like,
talk about when the Caribbean folks are we begging them to stand up for their fucking self. The Europeans run the Caribbean. What the fuck are you talking about? We need them to stand up. They got they going by color over there, boy. Don't you know? If you ain't light, it ain't right over there. What the fuck are you talking about? See, that's the problem. We know too much to play these games. We want to help everybody. We got to help ourselves. We drowning. The border is wide open. You talking about I'm an African American, but wait, listen, you shut the fuck up. You don't get to welcome everybody over here and to disrespect us, sucker. That's wrong. See, this, y'all need to stop doing this because what y'all gonna do is y'all gonna wake up a sleeping giant, and the play gonna be over with. Y'all, what's wrong with y'all? We said no. The fuck like a scoring level or something? The fuck is this? A fatal attraction? We said no.
It's the dumbest shit ever. I just want people to be aware of it. Don't fall for it. It's like the African American MAGA, meaning you're getting nothing out of it. And it's always the lowest of us, literally the lowest of us, the least intelligent, the least attractive, the least wealthy are holding on to that just the same way the worst white people hold on to MAGA, you know? Like Dr. Umar said, if you don't want to be African, fine, stay the fuck away from us, okay? And don't speak for us. Don't speak to African people on our behalf. Don't speak to Caribbean people on our behalf because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? They're not trying to steal your identity or steal the reparations that you will not get from America. So let us smart people connect with the continent.
You heard that? What you down, bitch? You don't know what we're gonna get out of America, yeah, sucker. We taking it pinch by pinch. We getting it now, nigga. We ain't gotta get the whole whop at one time. Some of us pinching it out the ass. We ain't gonna tell you all our business. You ain't in on this, sucker. Yeah, you tell the Caribbeans get theirs. You tell the Africans get their motherfucking reparations. Everybody don't worry about ours. Don't worry about ours. Hey, you cosplay African American. You ain't no motherfucker African American. What the fuck? See, we'll check your papers when we see you. You better have your papers right. We gonna check your shit all the way back to the 1876. For niggas like you, we want to see them 1876 when we see you, boy. You understand me? You think y'all thought ICE was tough? You better show us your granddaddy's granddaddy. Nah, nigga, since you talking on behalf of us. We know what? We didn't do that, bro. Any fucking body come out and say, well, they talking about behalf of us, bitch, you better go back to the 1876. We better know your granddaddy's granddaddy. Or we don't want to hear shit from you. Don't cosplay us. From now on, motherfucker, talk your ass off. And I got mine right now. I can load them up. Everybody know about Thomas Daniel Sr., who fought in the Civil War. My ancestors fought. I am a descendant of Thomas Daniel. Don't be talking on our behalf if you don't know the fuck your people is.
Heritage.
Nah, that's gonna be what we're doing.
Who we are.
Foundational.
What the fuck? The founding of what? America, a genocidal white supremacist country that's owned by Israel. But you guys are abandoned America. You're so proud. You're a bunch of fucking dummies.
Damn right we proud.
There's been a lot of xenophobia.
You damn right we proud. We ain't getting ran out of here. We're not fools. We ain't getting on a boat, no plane. We going no motherfucking well. Nobody, we not made up our mind. Nobody won't have shit in America. We don't have shit. This bitch will burn to the ground. It won't be no America. We done made up our mind. We are okay with that fact. You play with us, it was a place called America at one point in time. Ha ha ha. You motherfucker. Nobody will have nothing if we don't get out with that. So leave us alone. We warning y'all. Leave us alone. We tired of talking. Leave us the fuck alone, man. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all make a terrible mistake.
Supremacy happening in the African American community, and that's been very interesting to witness. But ultimately, the most interesting conversation that came from that is the "we're boycotting African braiding shops" conversation. If you don't know, there's a growing movement for African Americans to boycott African braiding shops. Ask me, what did African braiding shops do? Nothing. Because the issue is not necessarily with them. But before we start here, let me give you the parallels of why I think this is so interesting. Be mindful that one of the cultures of America is to be self-centered, and it's ingrained into Americans of all sorts.
It didn't have to be this.
African Americans.
Because these bastards came right after the Mexicans, right after the Asians. Y'all didn't everybody trying to come take over, swipe at us. These is the latest motherfuckers. Like, they think we don't notice. They don't know. We just was dealing with the immigrant South Americans. Then all of a sudden this pop up. Like, they think we stupid. Like, the black Americans is tripping. Now, y'all think that we dumb. We know what the fuck going on, but guess what? We the ones that can take on everybody. Nobody else can do that. Everybody else not capable. We are the one people on the planet. We're gonna show y'all. We taking on all motherfuckers. We taking all fades, all comers. Y'all want this? Cool.
As an insult.
And we ain't forgot nobody.
On one side, we're talking about boycotting African braiding shops as a retaliation towards something that they had nothing to do with, really. But we could not boycott companies that actually harmed us as a community. McDonald's, Starbucks, Lululemon. And to put a pin in that, to connect it to a different pin, just about 2 years ago, we were having a conversation about braiders. We talked about braiders being very unprofessional, braiders coming in late, braiders were just not up to quality. They were asking for too much money, right? $500 for knotless braids. I'm coming up in your house. Your kid is there. It's making a lot of noise. You're late. You're not giving my refund. A lot of these conversations were being had by Black women of all sorts. However, in the comments, quite frequently, you would see people say, well, that's why I go to my African braiding shop, because they are this, that, and the third. They have been in the business for far longer, and they can learn new styles, and They were quite grateful to have that second option because the alternative was not working. And that's, okay. Second side is the reason as to why the boycott is happening. If you guys don't know, the boycott is happening because of Essence Fest. From my understanding, the Essence Festival is a Black American festival, right? It celebrates Black American culture, especially its history in America. Unfortunately, in an act that's so familiar about Black businesses being sold to other foreign entities or whatever, Essence got sold to a group of Africans. Basically, from then on, the Black American culture was dissolved out of Essence, and it became something more resembling of Afro Nation.
Y'all caught that? She thinks she's so intelligent. How she just said, well, unfortunately, like other Black-owned businesses, they get sold. She said Black people always selling their stuff. Africans selling their shit too. They sold their fucking countries, man. Did I just not tell you it's only 3 fucking African countries that's free? Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Were you here for that? Fuck you mean? Unlike Black American businesses, ma'am. Africa as a landmass has been sold to foreigners, ma'am. You want to, ma'am? You got time? Sit around for a while. Did you see how the Congo just sold trees to Trump so he could give them a peace, make a peace deal? The Europeans start the motherfucking bullshit. Then they begged Trump to step in. Trump said, "Okay, I'll take trillions. Y'all stop fighting." Man, you're talking about selling your business. How about they just sell their fucking country to the Americans? And you didn't say a motherfucking word, did you? Nope.
And I'm saying, I suppose, to drastically show you the comparison, really, between African American culture and African culture, like, you understand it went from point A to point B. And African Americans are upset, which for me is valid. It's reasonable. This was a celebration of your culture, right? Cool. And so let's put a pin in that right here. The plot twist, though, is rather than petitioning Essence, boycotting Essence, or even talking about how Essence sold out and this is an Essence issue, Essence needs to be an African American culture-based festival, the animosity was geared straight towards Africans. The entire pillar of capitalism was missed.
Instead of targeting Essence, we just said total war, man. We didn't got time to play. You see, We didn't have time to play. No play, man. We're not gonna play those games. Y'all pick one cup off, pick another one off. We gotta go. No, we're not gonna sit here and play those games. We're getting straight right to it, man. That's how you dealing with us now. We're getting straight right to the business and getting to the root of the motherfucking problem, man. That was a mistake to go after our culture and replace it with y'all, man, for our festival. That was a big mistake, man. Look at the backlash now, man. You can thank them Nigerian scammers who were scamming at the Essence, who got their hands on that. You can thank them Nigerian scammers for this motherfucking backlash, man.
And skipped by a lot of creators who talked about it, and instead they targeted Africans, which became a heated conversation between two parties. And this is where I refer back to what I said in the beginning, which is like America tends to be very self-centered, because if I called my cousin right now who's been in the country for 20 years, who's a Black woman who loves makeup, and I said, hey, what's Essence Fest? She's going to say it's a festival and have no understanding that it's connected to Black American culture. Unfortunately, African American culture is not explored and shared and learned as it should be globally, even in the country. And so a lot of people, frankly, just didn't know that Essence was a primarily African American culture based festival. The thing is, people would go and enjoy Essence Festival without understanding the background. So they'll just enjoy that there are Black people, Black foods, people are happy, people are having a good time, but they're lacking the nuance that it was an African American based festival. And so rather than targeting these kind of conversations, these kind of questions, Essence, you shouldn't have done that. And to the people who bought Essence, this is what Essence is ultimately about. Essence should have never sold out, It was instead pointed towards Africans. And the conversation has evolved to now, because Africans bought Essence and made it African, we are no longer spending our African American dollars at African baiting shops. So special edition, there is some pressure from Kenya ultimately trying to puppeteer to get its hands on the African American dollar, which is very true, unfortunately. Which gets interesting because one of the people I follow often says that there are conversations you cannot have online, and I think this is one of them, because rather than focusing on, like, for example, the Kenyan government doing that, and the Kenyan government trying to manipulate itself into getting to the African American dollar, instead it's become a whole conversation about how Africa is asking for reparations, which they're not. How Africa is doing this, which they're not. Africa is a whole continent.
Man, yeah, we know. Y'all keep telling us how Africa is a whole continent. Yeah, we know. And it's only 3 of y'all nations that's free: Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Every other country is begging us for our American dollar and begging for American military help and kissing the Europeans' ass morning, noon, and night, shining their motherfucking shoes shining Olympics. What are you talking about? When the Europeans tell the Africans we having a summit, they put their ass in one bus like children, one little bus. They come sit in front of Great White Father. Ma'am, don't you ever in your life think y'all can come tell us about anything? We have been trying to help y'all. You never in your life tried to help us. Never. This is so crazy. We've been trying to help y'all. Come and feel bad that the white man is on y'all ass, even though we're still going. You never reached out. You never try to help us at no motherfucking time. And anytime you're trying to help, we got to reach in our motherfucking wallet to make sure that it's still pinned down. Because something going on, something fishy. Y'all got these smiles on y'all faces because y'all been conning for so fucking long, getting over. Loving our colleges. Why y'all colleges not good and great? It's the land of the blacks, right? Don't you have it all? Loving our malls. Why your fucking malls not great? Don't you have it all? It's the land of blacks. You have the resources. Loving our streets. Why your streets not right? You got something smart to say about Black Americans. Why are you even over here? Huh? Why are you even over here? Why did you give up on we got to go here? Why did you give up on your homeland? We talked about the South Americans. Now you got to get the whip. Why did you run away, my brothers and sisters who are here from Africa? Huh? Did you come here to think you better? If you come here, you got degrees and whatever. Why did you take that back home and make your homeland a better motherfucking place? You thought here, you came here, you're going to go along with white and disrespect us. Now look what happened to you. You're a victim of us not fucking around no more with the bullshit disrespect. And y'all never thought you could get it. Because you thought we was going to play them black games. No, we're not playing that shit. We're not bullshitting, man. This is serious business. And financially, your ass is going to hurt. We don't need none of this. We don't need y'all financially because you ain't did shit for us. Let's understand that. You're not doing shit. We are helping you, and it's easy for us to prove it. And y'all whining and crying because y'all see the motherfucking flood is coming. It's raining.
Like it's
Y'all
populated by countries. We're not even talking about specifics. We're not even talking about an entire focal point. It's just become a conversation about, once again, xenophobia, and unfortunately African Americans separating themselves from every other Black demographic because of a lot of trauma, misunderstandings, and lack of communication and a bunch of other shit. And that's the entire conversation. Pin it somewhere. I don't know.
Y'all know about FBA, right? Now let me introduce y'all to FWA, Foundational White American. I'm not kidding. Take a look.
Yeah,
You don't look
yeah.
very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you
Sorry. talking
talking about? What are you talking about? Whites are Native Americans.
Really?
I think
What was happening before the 1500s?
I think you're getting confused with it.
I don't mind going on a tangent, but what was happening before the 1500s?
Calm down. I think you're getting.
What was happening before the 1500s?
There was indigenous people here that came here from
Do you know what
Asia.
indigenous means?
Did y'all hear how similar y'all sound? That's exactly how y'all sound to us. Like that. You see that? You have spent so much time with these colonizers on this land. You started thinking like them. You see that? Similar way of thinking. They believe that they are native to this land because they've been here for quite some time. Same thing as you. Y'all are both working to erase the Native Americans' story. That's what y'all doing.
I'm sorry, I feel like imagine that. Imagine this cosplaying Black American tell us we trying to erase the Native American story when we hip to people like him are trying to help the Europeans erase our story. They're mad because now we're hip to your ass been trying to erase our story. And they want us to assimilate into shining your shoes and giving our women to be your 12th wife. You disgusting bastards. You will not have our women as your fucking 10th wife. How about that? How about that? You won't be getting our FBA dollars anymore. No, absolutely not. And unless you Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, we're not going to be fucking with y'all like that. If you are still on your knees to the Europeans, we won't, that's what we ought to do. Unless you Burkina Faso or Niger or Mali, no African nation should get one motherfucking quarter from us, and nobody tied to them should get $1 from us. They want to talk that shit. I'm finna start making my videos. Unless you are Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, your ass won't get $1/4. And when you ask why, it's because you still under the yoke of the oppressor. Don't talk to us about Whitey and hooking up with Whitey when your ass every fucking day is oppressing Black people on behalf of the white man. You have kids dying in them fucking mines to get resources for Elon Musk. Your children. You're letting your children be drug off to be child fucking soldiers on behalf of these warlords. You talking to us? Huh? Boko Haram and El Shabaab is kidnapping your girls. You disrespecting us? Why aren't you fighting them? You run here to make money. When you have bigger problems at home, but you want to talk to us about any disrespectful thing, and don't bring up anything to do with the white man when your ass still not free. And we don't like that. We hate that, but you're not. And that's why you don't want us to be free. That's why you want to keep us down. That's a fact.
American people are so lost, especially Black African American. Just take the African out of it and just be Americans. That's it. Because I cannot believe I've watched a video about a Black woman starting a protest for all Black African businesses. A boycott. A boycott. And the way that this woman speaking, I watched another video of this woman supporting her, yeah, and she's like, I've never been to the
Why these scammers didn't give a fuck about us calling ourselves African Americans before Jesse Jackson and the Boule came up with that shit? Why wasn't the African scammers demanding that we call out, you're from here, you part? Why weren't they saying that? Why now? Why now? Why now? You cannot separate from them. But they won't even tell you where. Well, okay, brother, listen. Okay, where am I at over there? Have you took your genealogy? No, just tell me which one of y'all tribes and which one of y'all kingdoms was kidnapping Black people and shipping. We don't want to play the genealogy game. We want to look into our DNA. You tell me, Africans, which one of y'all were kidnapping Blacks and shipping them to America? That's how we gonna do this. It's real easy now. You want to tell the Black Americans we're from Africa? Then you tell us which one of y'all tribes, which one of these African nations, and I don't want to see a port. I don't want to see a slave port. I want to see who is the people. Who is the king? What was the name of the kings? I want to see what was the tribes. The tribes are still here. Who was shipping black people to America? Y'all let us know that.
Afrikaans, and I've never even had no African braid my hair or put her hand in my hair, and I never ate that African food. Yeah, I'm here for the boycott. And I'm like, you sound like a racist white woman.
Oh, see,
you
Obama,
do,
Obama
but you just
never
happen
got
to
to
be,
this
and
dude.
they'll be going around. I tell you, I always said it. Do you know how much arguments I've nearly got into? And it's not always by me, because when you're here,
the last of a dying breed.
you know, Americans, they just see Britain as like fake black people. We have no culture. We have no history. We're unseasoned. When this country is extremely multicultural, and it's very rare that, very rare, it's very normal for you to meet another person regarding every ethnicity, everybody, and ask, where are you from? And people always say, oh, I'm born here, but blah, blah, my parents are here. And then in America, I'm African American. Oh no, I was born in Texas. Oh no, I'm born in Georgia. Oh no, oh my God.
Texas out your mouth, boy.
I don't understand it. The way that black African Americans see Africans in general is so disgusting, like with the bottom of the barrel people. But yet you classify yourself as an African American, and why? Then take that African out of your name and just be a normal American. Gosh.
We did that. What you mean? We weren't tripping. Y'all like scorn lovers. We already did that. And like, I got to say this once again. Why y'all not telling white people to call themselves Africans? Why y'all not telling Mexicans? Why y'all South Americans? Why y'all not telling Asians? If in science class they say everybody came from Africa, that's the shit y'all trying to play. Y'all trying to force it. Make everybody be Africans, but y'all not. Just us. Why y'all doing this, man? Why does everybody in the world want to be so close to us? Huh? God damn. Why y'all gotta be all over us? It ain't just y'all. It's the people from South America. It's the Europeans. It's the Asians. God damn. Something ain't right here. Damn, who are we? We got to be the chosen, because people is fighting us not to be away from us. God damn.
How the hell can you make it seem like
they don't want to see life without us?
When you don't even know half of where you're from. If you talk, the only thing I've ever heard is people that have Jamaican parents or they've immigrated from the Caribbean. That's all we hear. Do you know Nigerians that are there? It's very obvious when someone is Nigerian, they will say it loud and proud. Yes? Or
nah, that's a made up name.
Creole.
See, that's why we don't got time for this shit. Nigeria's a made up place. They just came with that name. Late 1800s. You can't find no Nigeria 200 years ago. So we can't do. You don't tell us we Nigerian, and Nigeria's a new place that Britain came up with. That's why we don't got time for this shit. We will come up with our own shit. We will come up with our own name to identify ourselves. You will be called what Whitey tells you are. They named your states over there. They drew lines in the sand. You understand that? They write y'all history books. The fuck you talking about? Most of your history books is wrote by the British. They tell y'all what to tell one another. That's why y'all like to come over here so you can learn a little bit more. That's why motherfuckers couldn't understand why John Henry Clark was teaching Africans their own history. And that's a fact. Because they wasn't allowed to really know nothing. The elders who were deep into the continent, who hadn't been, just like the Dogon tribe, people like that, who had the wisdom and the knowledge in their brains, all books have been burnt. They were taught by the Europeans. They have nerve to talk to us disrespectful. What the hell are you talking about? Our ancestors like Dr. John Henry Clark had to teach their people their own history. That's a fact, man.
They're mixed with Creole. Besides that, a lot of them, 90% don't know nothing. And I've had two instances with people where And I'm not even gonna say it's ignorant, it's normal. I'm like, oh my God, where are you from? Here, I was born and bred.
Man, the gig is up, man. We're going for that shit, man.
Yeah, where? Like, and someone asked me, that's this normal here. Then, like, oh, I'm an African American. That's all you need to know. That's all you gotta know. I said, hey, wow. I couldn't believe it. Second time I met someone again, that is exactly the reaction they had. I said, that's when I stopped asking. You just from America? You're from Chicago? You're from Minnesota? You're from all of this is states in America. Oh my gosh! I don't know if it's a hurtful thing, but I just don't understand. I find it so bizarre that so many people don't know where their origins are from. Like, what's in your bloodline? And don't just say things to make it sound exotic, because they love this racially ambiguous mix, that they've got this mix, they've got a bit of, get out. What is it? They don't know, but they want to hear, and they want to be downplaying our food with this, uncultured, no this. Now look, a whole black woman, African American, boycotting African businesses, your own people. Wow. And then people want to complain about Trump. So can you imagine?
Hey, we're talking about your own people, like we don't even understand that they tribal. That's the crazy. Y'all are Africa's a tribal society, bro. That's why it'd be so shocking for a black American to go over there. And when you get over there, you think, oh, the land of the black man. They want what tribe are you in? It's like, what set you claim, man? What tribe you in, man? People they have tribal wars over there. That shit is serious in a lot of them places. So they talk about, oh, we're one big family. That's not fucking true in the movies. But they think that you slow. That's how they finesse your motherfucking ass. Well, oh, no. That ain't no one big family. It's not one big white family. It's not one big Asian family. It's not one big brown family. And it's not one big black family. And we get it now, okay? They pissed off because everybody else, they've been doing their thing, but then leeching and sucking the lifeline, cosplaying us in movies. Come on, man. Acting like us in the hip-hop community, man. Been doing it for a long time. Now we looking like, oh, it's crazy the day we had to find out. I don't want to find some of these rappers, DJs, all that, say, well, is they grandmother or grandpa? Is they from America? We got to do that now. That's crazy. We never had to ask, where was your people from if you make a statement that's kind of fishy. Now, automatically, if you make a fishy statement about us, we're going to ask where your goddamn people from. That's where it's at now.
But now he's banned all these countries, right, from entering the US that aren't American citizens. And then you have your own African American people still pushing the people. I don't even know. I can't even speak. I just find it so disgusting. I find it I don't understand it. What kind of rubbish is that?
Black America, do not boycott your own people. I'm saying that because recently I saw a video from a sister complaining about services that she received.
Your own people. Why can't Africans move freely throughout Africa from one nation to the other? Why do you have so many different visas and things like that? The European Union don't have that. European Union say they want people. You move freely throughout the European Union. Why the African? Remember, it's Africa. We want people. It's all love. The black man, land of the blacks. Well, why the fuck is all the red tape? You notice how they go deep in your pocket. You got to pay from one place to the other. Why not just be able to move freely throughout Africa? Come on, man. Your own people. Why are you treating your own people like that in Africa? But then you want me to believe that we all got to be on one accord. You're not acting like that with one another. You steady stabbing each other in the back. Times get hard. You come over here and then disrespect us as you fled your homeland.
From an African hairdresser.
Come on, man. We let y'all make it too long with that shit.
Grievances on why Black America should do an economic blackout on all Africans and their services on August the 1st. And when I saw her say this, I felt embarrassed by this. Africans, Black people that live outside of the United States, they are not our enemy. They're not our oppressor. And I need for my brothers and sisters here in America, my fellow Black Americans, I need you to understand why we boycott. It isn't because we don't like services that we got from somebody. We're boycotting companies that do wrong by Black people. That's what we're doing. We boycott companies that do wrong by women. We boycott companies that do environmental damage, what's referred to as environmental racism. Companies that destroy environments where Black people stay. That's who we boycott. We don't put that energy on our own people. You put that energy on the people who are oppressing you, on the people who don't care about you, not your own people. I need my fellow Black Americans to wake up out of their colonized tribal mind states.
Boy, you the boo, like who the fuck you talking to? And the colonizers is sometimes it's Africans. Africans is colonizers too, bro. Who the hell you talking to? Africans is colonizers too. Africans done bragged about it. You know about Egypt and the colonizer Thutmose III was doing, but anyway, don't you dare pretend we boycott whatever the fuck we want to boycott. We want to. You say you're a Black American, mind your fucking business. You don't tell us what to do. See, this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all don't have enough clout to stop this avalanche. You get in the way, your ass just getting rolled the fuck over. We do whatever we want, whenever we want to, however the fuck we want to. That's the point. The respect is gonna be mutual. And we try to help our brothers and sisters in Africa. It's only 3 of them free, 3 nations free. The rest of them are willingly under the yoke of the oppressor. It's not all out warfare and revolution till they liberate themselves. Majority of them want to flee to America, come over here, disrespect us, tell us we got it so great and how great we got it. Come on, Boule. We don't want to hear that.
Wake up. You're being manipulated by forces that you can't see. They're trying to get you to buy into not just anti-immigration, but specifically to oppose Black people from other countries. That's what they're trying to get you to do, Black America. I need you to be smarter than that. I need you to pay attention, open your eyes, pay attention to what's going on. Don't let them use you with this anti-immigrant ridiculousness. Black America, stand down on the economic boycott request for boycotting Africans in the United States. Stand down from that ridiculousness. It's counter-revolutionary. It's counterproductive. Does not benefit Black Americans or Black people.
It don't benefit Black Americans.
We have to stop.
It don't benefit Black Americans to use their dollar as a weapon. Do not benefit you. It's counter-revolutionary to get your house in order and stop letting others suck the lifeline out of you and your people. That's counter-revolutionary. Look at this clown talking about what's counter-revolutionary. It's counter-revolutionary, nigga, and you can be punished for that. To tell us that we can't stand up for ourselves, finally, and put everybody in their goddamn place for the decades of disrespect. You won't tell us what to call ourselves. That's the most disrespectful thing you could ever. If we're saying this our name, who the fuck is anybody to say no? That's not your name. You got to call yourself. That's disrespectful, and it's counter-revolutionary to get in our business. And it's not wise for anybody to go against us. Any damn body. This clown on this YouTube channel or anybody else.
Against ourselves.
It's not good for you.
Our ancestors are with us. But then again, the sheer stupidity, ignorance, buffoonery, coonery of a certain group of our fellow African American brothers and sisters.
I would not allow anybody, any of my Caribbean brothers, to say we cooning. Brother, are you fucking kidding me? The Boule run the Caribbean. Y'all treat dark-skinned brothers and sisters like slaves. You gotta be light-skinned to get any motherfucking respect in the Caribbean. You're still under the yoke of the oppressor. Don't preach to us about cooning, bro. That's what I'm saying. We had enough of this shit. We've overlooked a lot of that y'all doing in the Caribbean. And a lot of our brothers and sisters have been coming up dead over there. We can go back a couple years vacationing. R.P. our brother Malcolm Jamal Warren just lost his life. Was he in the Caribbean? So this, you see, we're not going to allow people to try to act like we tripping. Revolutionary salute to our Queen of is that Vonnie McGowan for the donation to the war chest. Revolution is a way of life. Absolutely appreciate the love. Queen, salute to you. We won't be allowing them to pretend like we owe anything to anybody because we don't. We have been the most lawless people on this motherfucking planet. When everybody else was kissing ass, we was taking the bullets. All of our leaders was dying. Our brothers in Africa, revolutionary leaders was getting killed too. Our leaders was dying here in armed resistance, and we had no land to call our own. We fought on what y'all would say is the white man's land. We fought them. A lot of y'all had your own land, especially in the Caribbean, and laid it down. Laid it down. Don't talk to us about what we're doing right now or who we should boycott. Until we see y'all getting some respect for y'all goddamn self. Don't tell us how to get our motherfucking respect. That's serious business. It's going to be bad. Y'all could create a schism that it'll take generations to fix if y'all want to. We're going to be all right.
Call themselves FBA or whatever they want to call themselves. Nobody cares because there's almost 2 billion black people around the world. Nobody cares what you identify yourself, running away from your ancestors and your race. But this stupidity that some ignorant fools are out there pushing, that African Americans should boycott African businesses in America beginning August 1st, is the highest form of economic self-mutilation out of ignorance and mental slavery that non-black folk around the world will be laughing at us black people for decades, if not centuries. You all want to boycott.
What the hell are you talking about? The Europeans put sanctions on one another all the time. The Asian companies, they put sanctions on one another all the time. Latin American countries, they sanction one another. We're putting sanctions. These is economic sanctions. What's wrong with y'all? A boycott is a sanction. What's wrong? You think we stupid? Like, oh, you're the worst of the worst. What? The whites sanction one another when they want some respect out the other. So do the Asians. You're telling us, well, how do we get our respect then? How do we get that? But to use our economic, we're smart enough to know that the money is the weapon. Trump is showing the world right now with tariffs and all that. We're putting sanctions on their businesses. That's what we're doing because of the disrespect. And Essence Festival just highlighted it. And nobody can stop us.
On African businesses. Those Africans that their ancestors were enslaved in North America, South America, and the Caribbean, and you all.
Who? Where did we come from? Who? What was the tribe? We want to know. What was the king who did it? What was the descendants? Who? Where were they at? What was the countries? We don't want to see no fucking slave port. It's not no fucking museum. We want to know the tribes. Who did that? You tell us we come from Africa. What tribes? Who was kidnapping blacks and shipping them to America? When y'all gonna get that information up? Why y'all skipping over that? Who was doing that type of shit? Come on, man. Stop it.
Of the ancestors of those Africans, and you are talking about boycotting them, their businesses. This shit is hilarious. Hilariously stupid.
You know the gig is up.
Now, if you want to boycott African businesses in America as a black American, if you belong to that little cult, that little group that called itself FBA.
That little group. I hear you. That little group got your ass on TikTok making this. That little group, that small little group got you better have to take that blood pressure medicine before you fall over school. And I don't want that. I don't wish that on you, brother. But that little group got y'all ass pissed off. Why that little group got y'all so upset? I mean, it's such a small little group. What can we possibly do to y'all? Huh? Y'all should just laugh it off and laugh when it don't work, right? But by the vibe I'm getting, I don't think that's just what y'all think. I think your ass is starting to worry about paying the bills after August 1st. I think you're worried about September the 1st. But I think you're worried about what August gonna look like. Huh? The little nervous laugh you had. That small little group got your ass nervous, school.
Full of ignorant people who don't even understand the difference between identity and race. Go ahead. You don't have to wait until August 1st.
We stupid. We stupid. We don't know the identity. We don't know between identity and race at all. And let us know if we just buy your courses, if we sign up for your courses, $10.99 a week, you will teach us, right, school? For your courses, scammer, you're going to tell us who we are? You're going to teach us about our race? Oh, that shit over with. Y'all ain't real good off of that. You laughed long enough telling us come on home to die. The scams y'all have done our people. All the kitty cloth. You sold us. Look at you. We made trillions we spent trillions in the red, black, and green. We not fucking. But we said, you know what? Fuck it. We done that. Y'all got rich while we starved. Y'all made plenty off the slave trade hustle. Y'all gonna keep bringing it up. The gift that keep on giving, right? Fuck no. That's over with. That's what y'all don't like. That's over. No more babies. We're not teaching our babies that shit. No, that's over. We are not teaching our kids that bullshit. Do you understand that? Do you get it? And this small little fucking group you talking about. Your kids watch our fucking actors and want to be them. Your fucking kids look at our fucking athletes and wish they was them. They look at our rappers, even though they some fucking blackface Ku Klux Klan members, they imitate them. They look at our culture and try to mimic it. That small little group you talking about, the envy of the fucking world, and we know it.
Tesla is an African immigrant business. Start with Tesla.
We know who we are.
Go to Colonial for those of you who have some businesses. There are several key businesses in America in the technological field that was created by other black people from outside of the United States who are immigrants. Look for those technological businesses and start to boycott them and see how far you're going to go. The stupidity of this little minority group is emerging to become a threat from within the global black community. So you all can go join your fellow brothers and sisters in the reservation and do your freaking ring dance. Black folk will recognize that we have a common ancestor.
You a slave trader. Shut the fuck up. You a slave trader. You see how y'all did go to the reservation? You a slave trader, bro. You got slave master in your motherfucking DNA. This is funny to me, you know, because now we're gonna go hard on it. Now we see what got everybody so pissed. We gonna go hard on this shit. You talking about who's inventing what? Man, boy, we got a laundry list of what we done invented in this fucking country. We don't care what nobody's invent. We not haters. So what? We not watching. I can tell you this, we not watching them. We not looking at all that what they doing, not imitating them. We too busy being us. We been too busy being us. We never ran into nobody else. They ran into us. They bumping at us over here. Man, what's up? Where you from? We don't know nobody. Everybody acting like they know us. Oh, they know our grandparents. Yeah, if you're from over here. Man, we don't know you like that. What the fuck wrong with y'all? We just call y'all aunt and auntie. And y'all was play cousins. Y'all was play cousins. We don't know you like that, fam. That's serious business, man. Y'all need to, y'all, that disrespect like y'all our elders. Hey, we don't play that shit. We don't got no fucking OGs over here. Don't talk to us like that. We ain't y'all little homies. And you know what? That's the thing. Quit trying to fucking son us and little homie us over here. We tired of that. You trying to act like the wise Caribbean ancestors. Who the fuck you think you talking to? You a bootlicker over there in the Caribbean, shining the British shoes. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Who you think you is, elder? I got gray in my beard too. Show us some fucking respect. That's serious business. We don't fucking need you. You ain't done shit for our people. Never. The fuck you think you is? You can't give us no lectures on nothing. You can't correct us on nothing. Y'all got beside yourself. Man, we don't believe y'all. That's the thing. We don't believe y'all. Y'all lying. We don't believe none of y'all prophecies about shit. What's gonna happen if we boycott this? We're gonna do it. Prepare to reap the whirlwind. That's what y'all do.
With diverse cultures, we're moving forward. You all are acting like Steven in Django Unchained, just outrageously stupid. So you're all going to be buying from Indian stores, Chinese stores, Korean stores, right?
See.
European stores.
Don't worry about it.
Right?
That's the point. Don't fucking worry about it. Why you worry about it? Why you worry about where you spend out down there? Oh, it's you or nobody else, man. Bro, don't worry about that. That's none of your business. Where we take our dollar, homie, take yours wherever you want. We don't give a damn. We're not. Well, how about this? Boycott us. How about that? Don't spend shit with us. Do that. Let's see if we give a damn. Let's see if that change our day at all.
And you want to boycott African businesses, in effect, boycotting yourselves. This shit cannot be made up. Even the CIA cannot come up with this type of bullshit to divide our people. This can only come from a mentally enslaved Negro. I wish you all the best.
Imagine that. We mentally enslaved.
If you have that type of mentality as a black man, please delineate. Go form your own community. Stop coming over to black community globally and inserting yourself. Don't bother about black people. Go form your own community. You don't even need to use the word black. Just come up with a complete new identity and hang out with your own kind somewhere and create your own institutions.
Yeah, we're dropping it too.
So it starts with a video, a TikTok, a reel, a YouTube short. In the video, a group of black Americans walks past a popular African-owned grocery store in Brooklyn. They aren't loud, they aren't violent, but one by one, they quietly drop comments under that video. We don't support Africans anymore, they hate us, so we don't supporting them. This is not unity, this is disrespect. What sparked this? Why are black people in American Boy Scouting a store run by their African brothers and sisters? Today we go deep, beyond surface tweets, beyond clown chasing posts, to talk about the real fracture that has been growing between Africans and black Americans in the diaspora. And let me warn you now, it's not as simple as we just don't get along. This goes deep, colonialism deep, identity deep, and money real deep. Let's break down the incident. The African shop in question, located in a predominant black neighborhood, has been around for over 12 years, owned by a Nigerian couple. It's known for selling ethnic foods,
See, the cast of Friends, right? So then he done other, programming as well. But yeah, the brother passed away. Oh man, that's not. Oh, hate to hear that. Hate to hear that. Cause like I said, we used to watch that brother every week, on the Cosby Show, man. I know y'all remember that episode talking about Gordon Betrayal, the shirt. You remember that episode? Talking about he will get a Gordon Betrayal, he'll get a jacked up version. I don't know why I thought about that episode from the Cosby Show. There's been so many episodes of the Cosby Show, and it's sad even with that situation, right? Because these folks, they so dirty. They're so dirty. When they play the Cosby Show or any show in syndication, the people get paid. And when they accuse Bill Cosby of all this stuff, they accuse him to destroy Bill Cosby. They also hurt all the cast members of the Cosby Show. See, the cast of Friends, right? They still getting a big bag off of that show. And that show been over with. That show got to be on a whole decade. Now, they always talk about the black shows for the most part. They try to end up in 100 episodes. They say 100 episodes is just enough for syndication, but not enough to pay black people the money they say like the people from Friends get, right? Because I think the guy, Matthew Perry, that died, from drugs, they say he was getting like $10 million a year. They say all for residuals from Friends. Understand? So it's a lot of dirty things going on with our people. They took Cosby Show off. Now you remember what was old boy name that played Melvin? I forgot his real name. And he was in there working, I think, Trader Joe's, and people were shocked to see him working there. I said, man, he was on the Cosby Show and all that. Well, you cut that brother's checks off. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I understand hey, man, you got to work. It is what it is. You got to provide. But with everything happened to Bill Cosby, all the times, and then even after the situation, you don't even have black networks that will put it on. And then the thing is, they say somebody like me say, hey, well, shoot, NBC, what is it going to cost to get the Cosby Show on our app? I love to have it on our app. Man, you get into there, they'll try to charge you an arm and a leg, even if they allow you to license it, because they own it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go through them, go through licensing. And like I said, my bag get big enough. That's what I want to do. I want to get all the black shows I can on our app. That is my main thing to do on the app. You just got to spend a little money to do that. Or you create your own shows, which I like the guys are trying to create our own shows. Because I have so many ideas for shows, it just costs a little money, right? But anyway, those people are so dirty. And it leads me up to what we're going to talk about tonight is that are we starting to take things too far? That's the point I'm trying to make. Are we starting to take things too far? Some things are good to address, and we should address them. But are we carrying now, or some of us are carrying things a little too far where they say, okay, bro, we're not focusing on these white folks and their racism and what they do to us, okay? We worry about, I think, some things we should not be worrying about at this stage in the game, because we have a lot of issues coming at our people, our children right now having a hard time getting to college because what Trump and them is doing up there, and they having to pay all this expensive tuition that they didn't normally have to pay, and we're not even focusing on things like that. We were so focusing on, so I think things that's just kind of, I think it's kind of going a bit far now, in my opinion. It is, and we need to reel this thing back in, because when I created this platform, I did not create this platform to be going at black people. And I don't care what flavor of black you are, whether you're FBA black, whether you are Caribbean, whether you are Afro-Latino, whether you're Afro-Asian, whether you are African, if you are Afro-Arab, whatever you are, I did not create this platform to be wasting my time going at you, because all of us are being attacked by these folks in this system. We all at the bottom. I don't care what you say. We all at the collective bottom. Some of us doing great, but collectively, you don't rise no higher than your people, right? Just because you're doing good and your people not, you're not doing good as a collective of people. And what I'm starting to see with some people, not all, this they teach that having pride goes before a fall. And pride is not nothing that you want to get consumed with. It's okay to be proud of who you are, being proud of your community, being proud, but don't get to the point that you're so proud that now you become pompous, arrogant, and is getting into sin and unrighteousness. Okay? We are supposed to, before the eyes of God, be humble at all times. You understand? And we definitely don't want to take on some of the mindsets of those that try to come in and divide all of us, right? Because you got to think about it. The author of the confusion for everybody is these folks. They're the one that has caused the problems. And I just finished wrapping up my book that I just finished writing. And I'm going to do detail in my book how these folks from the beginning has caused us all the problems, whether you are in the African continent, whether you are here, whether you are in the Caribbean, whether you're in Latin America. They are the author of the confusion. And I don't know how we're getting to a point where we're taking our eyes off of them and looking either inward or within our distant family or whatever. I don't see how we got to the point that we so focused on that and not looking at what these people are doing. Because these people are still doing things to everybody. We got reparations to be fighting about, right? Why are we fighting about some stupidity? It's kind of getting on my nerves. I didn't see some things over the weekend. I said, all right, bro. All right. We gotta reel this stuff back. We got to get back to business because we're not on business right now. And some of this stuff is definitely leaning into some selling out, not saying other words I can't say on here. And a lot of it's borderline because I'm like, what is the purpose of it? What are we all getting out of it? No matter what side it is. It's not just the FBA, it's African and Caribbean and whatever. What are we getting out of this? What are we winning at the end of the day? We're not winning anything. We all still at the bottom. I'm going to get to what I want to get to, but I'm saying is don't have this gladiator mindset that you're fighting to be at the top of the bottom. Because that's what I'm starting to see. You're having a gladiator mindset, all of you, and it's not one group. All of you having this gladiator mindset to be at the top of the bottom. I don't want to be at the top of the bottom. I want to be the head and not the tail. You understand? You don't win anything by being at the top of the bottom. You're still at the bottom, bruh. You're still there. Well, at least I ain't in his position. No, you
Phil is wrong on several things. Just my brother. If he say everybody is having a gladiator mentality and fighting well, then it's a fight for survival. If that's what everybody's doing. And we damn sure, see, one thing that we're not going to do is we're going to survive as a people and as a group. That's what we damn sure going to do. You see, because we don't have no choice. And as long as everybody is scraping and fighting, so their tribes and all that, they survive. We damn sure gotta do that ourselves. We don't have a choice.
You still in his position because you're at the bottom.
Understand
realistically
what's going on.
FBAs are at the bottom. Africans are at the bottom. Caribbeans, the bottom.
Now,
Afro-Latino.
Now, it's a difference between FBAs have no country of their own. You're at the bottom. We're working what we got. Africans have country, have diamonds, have gold, have copper, have all kind of resources, have all kind of water, have militaries. Hold on. So we can't say we're not all in the same boat. Caribbeans have land mass of their own, have resources, have governments, have parliaments. We're not all in the same boat. We got to quit pretending like we're just all so oppressed. We damn right. The white supremacists and we're oppressing all kind of people. But some of these nations are willingly, and a bunch of them is African, are willingly subservient to the motherfucking Europeans. Willingly. So we got to stop pretending like we on the same playing field. We're not. They got militaries and governments and all kind of other shit and still do as they fucking told to do. But they're supposed to sit next to these bootlicking shoe shiners because, we the black man. Oh, fuck no. For nobody in the Caribbean, nobody else.
The bottom, Afro-Asians, anywhere we are collectively at the bottom. Well, no, Phil, we make more than all the. Okay, we make more. Let's say in this country, we at the top of the bottom. We're not making the money white folks are getting. Look, we got $11 trillion wealth gap. We're fighting for reparations. We're still fighting for human rights. We're fighting about
less than other, but we make more in America as FBA than these African nations, and we're doing it with less, and we're doing it right up under these the yoke of the Europeans. Like I said, that's a shame on these African nations that have their own countries, own militaries, have all these diamond mines and oil reserves and everything. That's shame on them. We're not understanding something not right here. Something's not right here. So it's a fact that we hold on. Let's see, and we damn sure say let's see where we're sending our motherfucking dollars to. No, everybody can't get it no more. That's a fact. That's a fact. And we damn sure not gonna be doing more for other people than they doing for us.
Gentrification. We're fighting about all these different things right here in our particular homeland. So we're not at the top of anything that we were supposed to be. So wasting our time on some silly things at this point is not helping us get out of the bottom. And that's just what I'm starting to see over the weekend. Sure, we can straighten some things out. Let's straighten it up. Sure, we got to respect each other. Oh, yes, I'm all about that. But when we get into the point, it's getting ridiculous at this point, and we're not even focusing on the people who is causing the problem for everybody. That's when I say, all right, man, let's reel this thing back a little bit. Let's focus. Let's get back focused. All right, now let me show you what got me started with some of that. Okay, now I'm watching the comments on these videos because I said, let me go to the comment section. Let me see what it says. And I'm just seeing too many familiar patterns that we've seen on YouTube before in the past. Like I say, I'm OG in this. And I'm noticing a lot of accounts making comments, no face, no nothing, but they're saying one thing, like they say they FBA and saying this, and then this other one say they're African saying that, and then this one say they Caribbean saying that. Or if they do have a picture, the activity is not much. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all do realize that these folks want to see us all going at each other, because if we going at each other, we're not paying attention to them. And I am at this point a firm believer that these folks are causing a lot of these problems. That's why I don't get into the comment section a whole lot, even on my own content, because I know that. And unless I really know you, and I know you solid, and I know who you are, maybe somebody I see in here all the time may make a comment, I may respond to it, is because I don't fall for that. I ain't got time either in comments. I'm like,
Phil say it's the white man. It's the white man doing this. I feel you, Phil. You got an African News Diaspora platform that got 1 million subscribers. You got to try to level this thing out. But Phil, did the white man tell them to buy the Essence Festival and to attack our culture? Like you yourself made a video and said they was going after our culture. You said they was wrong when they done it. That poured gasoline on this thing, Phil. That poured gasoline on this thing, Phil. It's not YouTube bots, you see. So was it the white man who told him to do that? Since you saying it's the whitey, whitey's the one to blame. Come on now, brother. Are they so susceptible for the white man to tell them to attack our culture and go after us that anything white man tell them to do, they're gonna do it to us? Is that what you saying? The white man told that Nigerian to buy the Essence? Why he didn't say hell no? I didn't want to do that to the black man. You come on, Phil.
I'm like this. I said what I said. It is what it is. Make your comment if you want. If I want to address a comment, I'll do it on the stream. But let me get to the first video real quick. And this what got me to start saying, okay, I think we need to kind of pay attention here. Hold on.
I made this post to boycott the African braid shops. And honestly, I didn't expect it to pick up as much momentum as it did, but it did. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I don't just talk about it, I bees about it. So since it's picking up so much momentum, since we are in a paradigm shift, and since we as Black Americans are really sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of telling them we are sick and tired, of being beat, battered, bullied, and abused by every ethnicity that is not a Black American, I have picked a date, and I say starting August the 1st, for the entire month of August, we boycott African-owned businesses. That includes restaurants, hair salons, braid shops, etc., etc. It's time to show them that our Black American dollar is what runs this damn country. We are no longer tolerating disrespect. We are demanding it. We have been punching bags long enough. No more. So I say again, August 1st, we're going to start. And for the entire month of August, no support for African businesses from Black America. Now, there are some of you in the comments that are saying, well, if we're going to do this to our own people, to Africans, which, by the way, they're not our own people. They are not Black American, and they don't even want to associate themselves with us. But I digress. If we're going to do this to them, then y'all are saying, well, we should do this to the Asians. We should do this to the Arabs. We should do this to this. I agree. And if you want to do that, start your cause.
All right. So it's not just her video that got it what came after that, right? Let me address Nikki in here. Nikki. Where's Nikki here? Nikki says, what are you talking about, sir? We are talking about the AU trying to be FBA's voice when it comes to speaking of reparations. Okay. The reason why I didn't make content about the African Union saying anything, the African Union has no power. The African Union has no voice. I've been to the African Union myself. We've dealt with people from the African Union. They're not organized to do anything. They're not organized enough to do things on the African continent, to be honest with you. So anything they're saying about reparations or whatever is just talk. They're not, they do not and cannot intervene in American affairs. They don't even intervene in African affairs, like talking about. The African Union can't tell Rwanda, stop doing this. South Africa, stop doing that. Uganda, don't do this. I'm just saying things. I'm not saying they doing anything wrong. They have no power. I'm telling you, none of them presidents in the African continent listen to them. That's almost like a social club at this point. They have no power. They have an agenda and all these other things they want to do, but they don't have any power because I've asked them questions about in the past about the diaspora. What are y'all doing? XYZ. Well, we trying to do this and we trying to do that, and they ain't done the thing. So I won't even waste my time talking about
what was the name of the slave? What was the name of the slave kings and slave tribes and slave nations that was shipping all these Black people to America? That's what all we need from them, Phil. Could you ask them that in your African contacts? They're trying to tell us that we're African. What we don't need no DNA test. See, none of that shit. We just need the name of the kings. We need the name of the tribes. We need the name of the location where they was kidnapping millions of Black people in Africa and shipping them to America. That's all we need, brother. That's what we need from them. That's gonna help us on our journey.
About some kind. See,
They know it's a lot.
There's a lot of people talking, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They just run off at the mouth. You haven't engaged these people. A lot of you haven't even been over there where they at to even know what they got going on. That's why certain things I don't even talk about. When y'all talking about the African Union 6th region, they're gonna, that been set up way before you found out about it. I knew when they did this years ago. And they're like, the diaspora gonna be the 6th region. And at that time, I said, okay. What y'all gonna do for the diaspora then? Are y'all doing some citizenships? What are y'all doing? I asked that question. Well, we doing it. And this was when Dr. Arikana was still around. She was the most vocal person from the African Union, and they let her go. Says a lot about that. And the reason why they let her go, she told it, was because Emmanuel Macron didn't like how she was on his bumper all the time. And if Emmanuel Macron could get her removed out of her position as a permanent representative of the African Union to the United States, because he said so, that means it has no power. So that's why I didn't even engage in certain conversations.
You're making my point, brother Phil. I said there's only 3 free nations in Africa: Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. I said the rest of them was bootlick and buck dancers, shoe shiners who have capitulated to the Europeans and are giving all their resources to the Europeans and shouldn't be telling us one fucking thing, period, about the white man when they have land, they have military, they have all those resources, and they are willingly being subservient to their master. You see? Don't tell us Emmanuel Macron can go to the African Union and do whatever he wants. I'm telling you, they're willingly shining his motherfucking shoes. What you don't get about what I'm saying, Brother Phil, that we're supposed to sit ourselves next to people who willingly subservient. Why should we sit ourselves next to motherfuckers who going to eavesdrop and try to spy and set us up and get us killed and make sure nothing good ever come out of nothing we're doing because they are willingly going along with bullshit that we refuse to go along with? Come on, brother. That don't make sense.
Nations. How is the African Union going to come over here to United States, tell the U.S. government, give me the reparations for black people? Like, do y'all really think sometime before you talk? I got to go there today. Do you really think? You're just in a chat mad about something that would...
First of all, if these African nations kidnapped us, beat us, shipped us, they're gonna be. Do they owe? Did they kidnap us and beat us and shit? That's what we need to know. We're trying to find out because none of them. They don't. A lot of people over there say they don't know nothing about those stories. They never heard of that type of shit. Slavery was new to them until they seen it on TV. They heard about it on TV. They seen Roots, Brother Phil. But what I'm saying is, see, this reparations talk. They don't need to be talking to us about reparations unless they got something on it. When they telling us we African, they shipped us over here and we was beaten and clubbed across the head and our families were separated. For whoever did that need to pay up, whether they white, black, or whatever fucking color you is. That's what we saying now. Because everybody want to talk about reparations. Good. Who owe what? Who did the shipping of black people? Millions of black people. Who gave it to the white man? Who was those kings? Who was those nations? Yeah, come to the front.
It never happened. This government is not going to give the African Union crap. So chill out.
Yeah, see what happened, Phil, when you.
This is what happens when you run. When you
happen when you got the you wound up FBA, brother, on your channel, brother. Yes, you did. You told them their culture was being stepped on and disrespected at the Essence festivals by those Nigerians. Yes, you did. You ran content on that. Now, you can't control the flames of revolution, brother. When they just go wild, you can't come on here and tell you're not gonna be able to do that because you got African News Diaspora. I still respect you, brother, but you're not gonna be able to do that because you got to run this African News Diaspora channel and business. I understand why you don't want all African business to be boycotted. You're in business with a lot of them, which is no shade on you. Well, come on, brother. Wrong is wrong and right is right, brother, like the elders used to say. And right never wronged nobody. That's us. We never wronged nobody.
You let people run off at the mouth till you don't know what's going on. Geopolitics is something important for all of us as FBAs. We need to know what's going on over there in Africa,
brother,
in the Caribbean.
The king of geopolitical politics, brother. I will tell you what's going on, brother. You talking to the big man on geopolitical information. Welcome to the House of Revolution. My audience will tell you what's going on around the motherfucking world. They know more about that than you, Brother Phil. And I'm telling you, this is a righteous stance our brothers and sisters are taking. All wouldn't have nothing to do with it. I love Africa. We salute them, but we're not gonna sit at the bottom and let people step on us while they try to make it to the top. Are you fucking crazy? We're gonna scratch, fight, punch, and kick our goddamn self because it's survival of the fittest. That's just a fact. And anybody disrespect us, they're gonna reap the world. We say you're gonna get that and more. And those migrants, those African migrants, they start to disrespect us. So even they on the list now. And you can't take them out, Phil. That's disrespectfully. You can't protect, you're not that big, Phil. Come on, brother.
Being in Latin America, in Asia, in all these different places. We need to know. Because when you don't know, people could come in and say, look at what they about to do. And they haven't done a freaking thing. They have the simple thing they could do is give a citizenship. They can't even do that. They can't tell a single African nation to give us citizenship. That's nothing but paperwork and a passport.
They don't want no damn citizenship.
So they can't do that, but they can come over here and get the American government to give our reparations to them. Okay. So just wanted to clear that up.
You didn't clear nothing up.
Just want to clear that up.
We're still our brother, y'all, but we can't play
now.
games.
Moving forward. So this woman is talking about a boycott. Okay. We talking about a boycott. Or not we, her and a couple of others, and kind of agree with her.
What he doing?
All right.
Is showing crack in the armor. They looking for this. You see, this is one of the biggest FBA champions right here. And now they look. So the Africans, they laugh like, they counter this brother now to water down the message. When the message was everybody stay on code. But we all know why you're doing this, brother Phil. Because you have to. You making a business decision, brother. That's disgusting, fam.
Right. So I've, with my daughter and even had my wife.
Salute to my brother Roscoe for the donation to the war chest. Revolution is way of life. Absolutely appreciate the love. King, say salute, King preach. Well, I got to preach. And we got to stand on this business right here. We cannot let nobody backslide, change the message, tell people to calm down. That's what preachers do. Reverend Al Sharpton, no. We all the leaders. Nobody's the leader. Everybody on the same stage, level in this thing. That's why it's so great. I've been telling people that. We got people out here preaching and they the faith. We all know. We collectively say, hell no. We're not taking that bullshit no more. We don't got no heart, no hate in our heart. Only righteousness. That's why this is a good thing, because we are being righteous about this. We tired of being backstabbed by any fucking body. And they misjudged what we were saying. We wasn't just talking to the immigrants from South America or from Asia. We just anybody. We're not fucking racist. See, that's racist. If we just say, oh, you South Americans, oh, you Asians. No, African migrants, y'all disrespect us, you get the business too. That's the business. We them type of people. And we them type of fucking leaders.
Over there?
So it's still on.
No.
That makes sure the word
I think my daughters have. No, she did go over there about once or twice to the African braiding shop. They got not too far from the house of my daughter's school. First time I went in there, I recognized. I say, oh, the sister had a hijab on. And I say, hey, sis, how you doing? So she said, we were talking, saying, oh, you need some braids for your daughter. Yeah.
And I got to talk. All the bootlickers and shoe shiners, they're going to get thrown. We're going to get overthrown. All the bootlickers and shoe shiners in the Caribbean, they getting overthrown. The bootleg Greek freaks in Haiti, overthrown. Africa, my brothers in Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, that's the only free nations. Everybody else is under the yoke of imperialism. Willingly, they all going to get overthrown. Then we'll be able to unite. Until you... Just clean your own house day. You don't say nothing else, and you spring cleaning is going on. Clean your fucking bathroom. Clean your kitchen. Clean your fucking garage. That's what we're doing. Clean our fucking house. We can't loan nobody nothing. Nobody can hold nothing. That's serious business. Now we're going back to what Big Mom. We stacking everything. We putting everything up for a rainy day. Can't spend nothing with you right now.
And she said, yeah, I'm from Senegal. I said, oh, okay. I say, well, assalamu alaikum, And then so we got to talk and whatever. And then you hear them in there, some of them Nigerian, some of them speaking Spanish because they from Equatorial Guinea, because that's the only African country that speaks Spanish. So I hear them speaking Spanish in there. Speaking English, whatever. And I'm watching. I'm kind of watching them do their thing or whatever. Did anybody treat us rude? No, they didn't. It was no complaints. I mean, I know that they say that they about three of them jump on you, then they'll go jump over here or whatever. Maybe the way they do things sometimes, but other than that, I mean, the braids look good or whatever. Here in Houston, there's a lot of African braiding shops. I haven't really heard a big outcry about customer service or anything like that. I also heard
that's not true.
Yeah, you save a little money.
See, that's not true.
That's why a lot of FBA systems.
A lot of scamming, finessing. See, we have been protecting finessers and scammers who have been preying on, our people, from the African diaspora, scamming. Just straight up and down scamming. big finesse. So, predatory practices is what's going on, and the sisters got every right. And the only reason I'm down with it, the sisters pissed about it, we should be pissed about it. They say they don't like it. We don't like it. That's what we own. Predatory practices. You don't come over here and do to us the same thing the Asians did, and just because you black, we go along with it. Then don't tell us, well, you ain't saying that to the Asians. Who the hell y'all think y'all talking to? Don't try to treat us like the people from India treat our people. Hurry up and buy. Don't you dare try to hurry up and buy us. That's how long we sit. We are sick and fucking tired of looking up and somebody who not us is in our community with businesses doing pretty good for themselves. Well, how the hell did this happen? They got a nice loan as soon as they got here. They will move to a nice, cushy part of town on purpose. So now we sick of that shit. They're like, oh, come on, brother. You acting like the imperialists. Oh, we are? Imagine that. You acting like the white man.
Sisters go to the African braiding shops because they actually get to save money because some FBA stylists charge a little bit more money. I don't know why. I'm not in that world, so I can't even judge price. I'm just telling you.
That's a low blow, brother Phil. I dare you do that to FBA sisters and say they way too high. The African sisters are charging less. Yeah, they scam them. They say that they use the faulty hair and all that type of stuff and not doing the proper, they're not doing the best of the best work. So I say, listen, this is the thing about it. We don't have to explain too much about why we don't want to do business with people. That's something we don't have to do. That's why nobody else has to do that. They want to do business with you. Everybody in the world can take their dollar wherever they want except us. Why do we have to go through all this interrogation if we don't want to spend our dollar with you? Why does it become a black power contest when we don't want to spend our dollar with you? Huh? Why, when we say we don't want to spend our dollar with you, we got to discuss slavery all of a sudden? What? It is a hustle and a scam, and they're trying to play on our heart. Don't we know what the white man did and all this type of bullshit? Frivolous conversation when we say, you know what, we don't want to spend our money with you. But okay. They're supposed to go to the next customer.
What I know and heard and all this sort of thing like that, right? Okay, cool. So there's African restaurants here in Houston. For instance, I definitely like going to which one I like going to? Blue Nile, Ethiopian. That's pretty good. I think that's one of the only African ones I really kind of go to. Maybe Cool Runnings, that's like Caribbean. But I got certain ones I like to go to.
Name some
all
more.
right.
Name some more. Blue Nile.
But I've never had
Blue Nile. They definitely getting boycotted in Houston Field thanks to you. You are our brother, but they definitely getting boycotted field thanks to you. They can thank you for no FBA going in their place from August 1st. And said, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing a video on Blue Nile, brother. You my brother. I'm gonna keep saying that. But yeah, we're gonna boycott them. Because everybody gotta get the message. Don't ever disrespect our culture and our heritage like they did at the Essence Festival, what you did a program on. Don't ever do that. If they hear about their people plan on doing that in other event places, other businesses, tell them, hell no, did you see how they reacted? We want the whole world to know our reaction going to be a little bit different than it was before. Don't try to calculate how we're going to operate or move. We're sporadic. You don't know what we're going to do.
Had a bad experience in none of these places I've been to.
Nobody can come out and say, okay, they had enough now. We're going to know when they had enough, and they ain't had enough yet.
Been nice. They've been cordial. I didn't feel them like get out of here or stay away from the Akata kind of stuff. No, so I'm like, so when she's saying this, like, okay, why are you bringing up a boycott when I thought y'all was boycotting Target? Like, you moving away from Target to this? This don't make sense. Oh, we gonna
all black people didn't say boycott no Target field. I definitely did. We didn't get shit. That was some Democrats. Everybody didn't say that. Who? FBA said that? I didn't get the memo. Let me check my emails. I thought it was Roland Martin them field. Roland Martin them talking about, boy, you got the wrong field. Why are you trying to put lumpers all together? No, these ladies, And these people, they different group of blacks. We all not the same. We got to stop doing that, Phil. You know that. And these ladies said they want to boycott the African businesses. What's the problem? What's the fuck is the problem, Phil? Is you winning or you ain't with FBA or you win?
Show them what? We need to be showing these white folks. They the one causing us the problem.
Whitey's the problem. Phil, my brother. Yes, white supremacy is the problem, but that's not what we're discussing here, brother. White man didn't buy Essence Festival to try to destroy our culture. It was the Nigerians, like you said. That wasn't Whitey. And if you're saying the white man told him to do it, then how can we trust some of these scammers if they do anything the white man say? Now you saying we got to all stick together until we finally overthrow Whitey. Brother, how much time do you think we got? No, I think we on the road. We strong. We coming together. This is good what we doing, brother. And I think you got, hey, brother, you're gonna lose some of your businesses, but you got to do it. It's the right thing to do. Phil, get yourself together. Talking about go after Whitey. They getting it. No, everybody who against us, we fighting everybody. Phil, we them type of people. Ain't no, we're gonna deal with you then deal with you. Not everybody in front of us. All y'all getting it.
I don't care what nobody say. No African, Caribbean, or nobody has gentrified us out of our neighborhood. None of them have. If anybody's done things in our neighborhood, it's been the Arabs and the Indians and all them other ones like that. They came in our neighborhood and getting big.
That's a lie. That's a lie, brother Phil. It's other colonizers have. I'm gonna tell you what these foreigners have did. They came into our neighborhoods and pushed a bunch of motherfucking poison. And I told you, but Phil, you may not know this, but I have brought this up. Why the fuck is it? How is it that every time some of these foreigners they come to America, whether there was Jamaicans, how they get all the drugs and guns, and they made movies about shower posse. They was killing foundational black Americans, killing them. The Puerto Ricans, they did it too. Every time they come over here poor, they say no, they got all the drugs. The Cubans, them too. How the fuck they come over here so poor? They say they got all the drugs and they come in our neighborhoods. So any group you name, they say no, they had all kind of drugs. They was on top. What's going on here, Phil? Caribbeans, them too. Yes, all of them. Coming to our neighborhood with bad intentions, brother. I know you know about that. The Jamaicans was doing a lot of killing. They killed a lot of our people, man, trying to control the marijuana trade back in the day. They made movies about it. It was out of their mind. You not gonna say nothing about that? But the white man gave them the guns. The white man, right?
Businesses from our government and all kinds of different things, right? I haven't heard no black people say they've been gentrified by a bunch of Africans. I just never heard that.
They gentrifying and doing it to each other, though, in Africa, and mistreating each other. And willingly going along with everything the white man say, except for Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. I heard a lot of black people say that. They mistreat one another, stabbing each other in the back. They're very tribal. You see? See, this is the thing. We don't want to have to say what everybody did and didn't do, Brother Phil. And even you, why the black people don't have to come to you, Brother Phil, and you, my brother, I'm going to keep pointing it out and give you the laundry list of why they're going to boycott. You don't have to, but you want to convince your people not to. I don't think you're going to be able to do that, brother.
But the folks and some of our own people, some of our own FBAs sell us out. In the Democrat Party every day, they will sell us out for everybody else. You know this. We have so many things that we need to be focusing on. Now, I'm like this. Support anybody you want to support. I'm not boycotting nobody. I'm not boycotting FBA.
See, you're not letting them, but you see, say support anybody you want to support. But that's what they're doing. And look what you're doing. You low-key trying to shame FBA for what they're doing, brother. But then you say, well, y'all got the right. They know they got the right, brother. Goddamn. Now here you is. You turn to vote blue no matter who. You trying to tell a black man what they got to do? They say no, they don't want to do that. You're supposed to be go and tell the Africans you are in contact with where things went wrong and it's helped rectify it. And not try to convince the FBA, but you can't convince us that they tripping and now losing focus. No, we clear-eyed. We laser focused. We know exactly what's going on. We done woke up out of coma. We know what's going on. No. Rip Van Winkle, we woke now. No, we ain't misunderstood nothing. Hell no, we know what disrespect is. We know that we've been the butt of the jokes. That's over, bro. That's over for them too. Everybody. We not tripping. But we're not going backwards. We're going forward. It's a new day. Everybody got to accept it.
FBAs. I'm not boycotting no African, no Caribbean. I'm not boycotting nobody.
Don't.
No.
We'd ask you to.
Why? What for?
Ain't no emails going out and telling black people to do it. No. Nobody told nobody. They just, and people who willingly gonna do it, they're gonna willingly do it. Nobody, no, Phil. You don't have to. I know make some of your business partners feel real good that you're saying that. You're giving them a wink. That, hey, but if I was you, I would let them know this is bad. This is very bad. It can only get worse. That's a fact. A month turn 2 months. Then 3 months. Who knows how this thing gonna go? Shit, we might not never end the sanctions. These are sanctions. Nigga, we are the government. This is the FBA government, and we done sanctioned they motherfucking ass. They better believe it. Like the U.S. We're the U.S. We will sanction you. They have sanctions. We will lift them when we get ready. That's a fact. You trying to lobby, you a lobbyist, you trying to lobby on behalf of the African restaurants and businesses, that's cool, brother, because you FBA, you can lobby on their behalf. But you let them know we are sanctioning them for all that they have done to us.
Like I told you, I didn't create this platform to fight against other black people. I didn't. Once again, we can get some straightening going on, and hey, you gonna respect me? Hey, put some respect on my name. You can do that. I'm all for it. I'm with you.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't with us, brother. No, you ain't, nigga. No, you ain't. No, you not. You going straight. Just that quick when the shit got real. You said, oh shit, they gonna hurt my bottom line. Damn, nigga. You ate plenty. It's gonna tighten your belt up. We're talking about not spending nothing with them. What are you talking about, boy? Stop this, Phil. You brother, you come too far, Phil, to destroy your legacy like this, and you can do it. If you keep this up, brother, you can destroy all the good work you did.
But that's far as it go with me. All right. Let's focus on the task at hand. Now, it's something else I want to get up on too. Let me get to this next.
Task at hand ain't Whitey. Nah, this ain't the Get Whitey platform over here. No, we want to come to blackface Ku Klux Klan who terrorize black people. Any black person who want to poison and kill and murder and pimp and destroy the black community. So no one would ever tell me just look at the white man. You kidding me? I got to deal with the puppets of the white man. I got to deal with those who have been manipulated by Whitey to destroy us. See, a lot of times they want to just deal with Whitey while they stabbing us in the back and killing us one by one. What? No, hell no. A lot of our leaders got assassinated talking about Whitey while the black man killed him. Huh? Khaled, what about Whitey? They tried to kill him in California. Malcolm, while he's preaching about Whitey, they gun him down. Dr. King talking about why they shoot. It's when you're thinking, boy, I'm trying to tell you, man. It's dirty. And we can't fall for the, keep your eye on Whitey scam. That's just a fact nowadays. We already know. And I'm a historian. Before we ever came in contact with any white man, I keep telling people this, it was people who looked like us that we was warm with, that we was at odds with. And these niggas be knowing that. But before we even come in contact with any whites or Asians, we were spiritually not yoked with other people. We was culturally not yoked with other people. And this is the problem I have with all that black. But some of you is not culturally yoked to us. Your traditions not like ours. And you won't force your traditions on us. We're drawing a line. And that's just a fact. So all that focus on white, no, we're gonna focus on people who not evenly yoked, who not on the same path as we on. Whatever fucking color you is. That's over with.
Next one here. Is something I want to respond to because I got a clip. I want to follow this one up here. So hold on.
Yo, y'all are really mad at Africans. You guys are really mad at the whole continent. You guys want to boycott our businesses and stuff like that. But most of you guys still wear Lululemon. What is the problem? I'm not understanding, and I'm not like, why are you guys so mad? Why are you mad at us? Why are you guys so mad at us? Honestly. Funny thing is, if we all get pulled over by a cops, we're still black at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's still going to be the same thing. Why you guys, I don't know why, like, this is, no one is trying to steal nothing from you guys. You guys are not trying to steal nothing from us. What is the problem? What is the problem?
Before I get to that, okay, so she mentioned Lululemon. I'm glad she mentioned that. Okay. In 2024, now Lululemon is a company that's not owned by FBAs, not owned by Africans or Caribbeans or none of them. But I did a video in 2024 about the founder of Lululemon and how he felt about Black people, definitely Black women in particular. But yet we have, what's that song y'all like listening to? Y'all, it's all over the place. I forgot. What's that name of that song? Oh, like Yammy, whatever that song name is. You say, put some Lulu on this butt or whatever. Y'all know that song, whatever. Now you're giving free advertising to Lululemon. Okay. Now I'm gonna play you a clip of what I covered back in 2024. All right, let me play it real quick. So Lululemon founder and former CEO Chip Wilson criticized the company's recent moves to expand its product line to a wider market. Now Lululemon is a fitness clothing brand, and they are kind of pricey. If you go into the Lululemon stores, those of you who like to work out, definitely a lot of you ladies wear their clothing a lot more than probably us men. Let's say in a new interview with Forbes, it said Wilson, who also launched a yoga wear maker in 1998 in Vancouver, British Columbia, criticized what he referred to as the company's whole diversity and inclusion thing. That Wilson also called out the company ads for featuring people who appear unhealthy, sickly, and not inspirational. He said they're trying to become like the Gap. He said everything to everybody. He said, and I think the definition of a brand is that you're not everything to everybody. You got to be clear that you don't want certain customers coming in. Well, a lot of people didn't like that statement. They said, what do you mean you don't want certain customers? See, racism, white supremacy is a stupid thing to me. It's so stupid, even on a business level. Let me tell you something. In business, everybody's welcome. You know why? Because everybody got some sort of funding. They're going to pay for it. If I'm selling clothes, athletic wear, I want everybody to buy it. I'm not going to say I don't want those people. Man, please, you come on in here. And I say Lululemon has issued a statement distancing itself from Wilson, who has not been involved in the company's daily operations for years. I said Chip Wilson does not speak for Lululemon, and his comments do not reflect our company values or beliefs. The fitness brand says that Chip has not been involved with the company since his resignation from the board in 2015, and we are a very different company today. All right, so I just wanted you to kind of just hear something from 2024 that the founder don't really want Black folks wearing, don't want, even though he stepped away because he got into a controversy. He still has a hand in it. You can't tell me he don't. Because just because he stepped away, he has no hand in it. A lot of times they do. Like, for instance, Jeff Bezos isn't the CEO of Amazon anymore, but we know it's still his company, right? So anyway, there was no mass boycott of Lululemon. People kind of discussed it here and there, but nobody acted on it. And what this man has said many times before, he don't want Black people wearing his product or the product that he created or the brand that he created. But yet you're putting that in your song. You're going twerking and film content in Lululemon, giving them free marketing that they should have paid you for. Even if you're twerking, they should have paid you for that, right? These white brands don't care nothing about Black folk. But when you want to talk about get together to boycott something, you're not boycotting them. You want to boycott Africans, braiding shops, or whatever Africans got, restaurants. I don't know. That's what you're focusing on. Okay. Once again, I can support making sure people respect us. I can support informing people about our history. I can support telling them, hey, man.
How do you get some respect from people now about what your economic dollar, which Phil, you have preached to us plenty of times about our economic dollar and which holds your dollar. So what do you see? It's double speak, brother. We didn't say take them to war, go burn their shops, loot their stores, rob them, take their cars, attack them. We just said you're not forgetting about money. All of this over see, this was disgusting. We say you're not getting none of our money for your disrespect, which we got every right to say, whether or not it's a place where women go to get their hair done. We got whatever it is. See, the problem is now you see everybody nervous, a lot of money finna not get made, and they can't have that now. But it's too late. That's what's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna shame. Nobody gonna shame nobody, Brother Phil.
And you can't come over here and side with the folks against us. I'm with you on that, 2,000%. If they're gonna do that, they need to go. I'm with that all day long. But if they're not doing that, I mean, some of this has gotten kind of a bit far, and I'm gonna get into some of the things where I feel it's kind of gotten a bit far. But let me play something else, because I'm hearing the same reports out of South Africa too. So that's why I'm gonna link them two together. But let me finish this up.
I have one question for Black American. If you guys can answer this question, very, very clean. May God bless you all. Why you guys hate us with passion? Why you guys hate the ground that African walk on? What is this that African have done to you guys that you cannot come out to say it? But you go on live and say our food is nasty. That we come from Africa to take away your food stamp, your benefit. Ma'am, I don't live on food stamp. First of all, ma'am, I don't beg for food. I work hard. We haven't taken nothing from you guys. We're supposed to be brother and sisters. We're supposed to be united, no hate. You guys are worst racist person.
Y'all telling us somebody sold us into slavery, kidnapped us, beat us, separated our families, but y'all won't tell us who. How can we trust you? Will you tell us who did that, ma'am? What was the name of the kings? What was the name of the villages? What were the land masses? Where were they at? They got to still be there. What was the people? They got to still be there. What was the name of the tribes? The tribes are still there. Who are these people who kidnapped millions of our people and shipped us off to Africa? Could you talk to us about that? Maybe then some of the hostility won't be in our heart. Ma'am, you say we so hateful. Ma'am, I heard we was kidnapped and beaten and shipped off and separated from our families. Would you be upset too if that's what happened to you? And nobody ever came, ma'am, looking for you to help you. Oh, and you heard that they had nations and kingdoms. They got wealth, all gas, armies. But they have never got back right with you. That's what we heard what's going on now. And we don't care. We got over it. We're not some bastard children looking for a home. We don't hate Africa. We love Africa. We're trying to help y'all. Y'all ain't never trying to help us. We're trying to help y'all get from under the yoke of the imperialists. Y'all willingly following them. Then y'all got the nerve to run over here and try to tell us something when you fled your homeland. You have black presidents. I know they shoe shiners, but they black. Black Congress. The black man paradises. Ma'am, but you flee there. And we try to help you. But now y'all want to lecture us. Like, why do you hate us? Ma'am, no, why the fuck do you hate us? Why do you want us to call ourselves Africans so fucking bad? Why y'all didn't tell? Why only when Jason Jackson and them bootlickers came up with that, the bootleg came up with that African American hustle? Why? Come on now. We got to get right on that fact. Why y'all trying to force that down our throats so goddamn bad? See, and I tell y'all, it's like they trying to steal our inheritance. For some reason, y'all refuse to separate from us. You want to be right next to us. You got to be right up under us. We have got to claim Africa or nothing will be right. Well, nothing ain't going to be right, ma'am, because we do not claim Africa, ma'am.
I've seen in my life.
We doing all right where we at.
God have mercy, you guys.
We love this place, man. We're trying to make this place better. We got to deal with the imperialists. We've been dealing with them for hundreds of years. We got to deal with the invaders from all colors, man. You know, we wasn't just white people in the slave trade, man. We know that. A lot of us indigenous, y'all hate that. Y'all mock us because we say we've been here a long time. History books say that. Who the fuck was the black people Columbus was talking about was here? Y'all don't want to talk about that. But see, the gig is up. Y'all think about the trillions y'all gonna lose off that slave trade scam. We're not tripping. We ain't tripping that y'all made a lot of money. Y'all tricked a lot of our people to come over there and see those places y'all made up, fake slave ports, but no slave traders. Who the fuck was the slave traders? What the fuck they look like? It was the white man. That's a lie. That's a lie. We could be angry about you scammed us for a long fucking time and you knew the white man was lying. But we say, you know what? Fuck that shit. And we still even fuck with y'all. But now we done with that. We want to move on. We want to get ourselves together. For some reason, y'all saying, oh, hell no. Oh, hell yes. Y'all got to live with it.
See, and that kind of comment, and I'm hearing that back and forth, actually. They say, oh, they don't like us. They say, you know, and I could address that stay away from the kata thing. You know that. I've been on that. Oh, I've been all through that kind of stuff. So I have a history of making sure to check them. And I would say something if it's on both sides, but I say both sides. Both sides need to stop. Both sides. I'm gonna keep saying that both sides need to stop because when I'm noticing the intensity of it, this is what got caught my attention, the intensity. Like, give you an example. One girl just did a video I just saw today about South Africa. And Operation Dadula was running up on people at the clinic, the hospital, something to that effect. And they say, hey, let me see your ID. Let me see if you're a citizen. And so some people was in the line with citizens. And so they had the ID like, oh, oh no, this must be a fake because you don't look like a South African because you don't got South African features. I'm like, what are you talking about? I am South African. My parents, man, this is my homeland. What are you talking? I was like, and then I'm hearing that stuff, and then I'm hearing the same thing here in America about features and all that. Listen, not every African hairline is the same. I'm gonna tell you what I've seen. Some Africans have the hairline y'all talking about, yes. And some of us even got their hairline, believe it or not. Yes, some of us do. Some of us suffered alopecia. Alopecia for us, you know, it happens. A woman could have alopecia from, you know, it can come from sometimes genetics. It can come from braiding hair too tight. Stress can cause alopecia. You know, when men lose their hair, they say, oh, you're getting old and bald. That's just alopecia. And, you know, you can get surgery or whatever now and get your hair back, right? But it's still considered alopecia, okay? Talking about color, talking about noses, talking about, look, man, I'm telling you what I've seen. I've seen people that resemble my family in the continent of Africa. I'm like, whoa, you know, I've seen them. If y'all stuck on the hairline thing, the Zulus, when I saw them, they had the exact same hairline we have. Nothing was different from that. You have some that have the same hairline, some that don't. And like, but I don't care at the end of the day about people's hairlines. I don't care about their features. I don't care about that. Nobody's hairline gonna do me a freaking thing. Their features not gonna do me a freaking thing. They will, but not any of that. I don't care what's on your head. I don't care about that. I just don't care. I don't care. We got so many different things that we need to focus on. So if you in South Africa talking about you're not South African because you won't have certain features, I'm like, where are we going with all this? Even South Africans. And y'all don't like when somebody talk to y'all. And that's another thing. South Africans, let me get to you too. When somebody tell you about yourself, don't talk about us. You worry about yourself. You worry about, no. If what you're doing is being put on the international stage, then you're opened up to people criticizing you at that point. You can't go out there with cameras and Newsroom Africa and SABC following you around doing what you're doing, and you don't want nobody to say nothing about it. People are going to talk about it because realistically, it's the same thing with y'all. Y'all run up on black folk over there in South Africa, but I ain't see now one of y'all run up to Cape Town to go talk to them white folks over there that's illegal there too. A lot of white people are illegal in South Africa. They overstay, they go to Cape Town and overstay their visa and they stay in South Africa, in Cape Town. They don't go to Joburg, but they stay in Cape Town. And y'all not going down there to tell them good white folks nothing. I mean, y'all, I've seen videos out of South Africa. I mean, seething hatred for quote unquote foreigners. I'm like, bro, if all the foreigners leave tomorrow, that's not going to change your situation, bro. Now, I would even get you being upset if your government was doing what my government does. My government gives foreigners billions of dollars every year. And we got American citizens homeless. FBA is homeless, right? I would get you being mad about that. Y'all, they're not even getting with that from y'all. Because I've asked around, I looked into it. They don't have programs giving them all kind of money. Basically, the way it works over there, hey, if you come over here, you better get you a job and get it how you live because you're not getting nothing. Now, maybe an NGO may help them, but it's not through the government. Over here, our government has weaponized immigration against FBA. When Biden got in, the first thing he told us before he even got inaugurated, y'all gonna have to work with the Hispanics because it's more of them here than y'all. That's what he said. And we didn't understand what Biden was meant by that. We're like, what? What is he talking about? We did not know he was going to flood the zone with people from Latin America. They was going to make sure the Democrats are going to paper them up in the cities. They was going to stay in hotels that FBAs can't afford for free. They was giving job fairs. They was giving everything. I would understand y'all tripping out if that happened in y'all country. Ramaphosa didn't do that. The ANC haven't done any of that. And y'all that mad about it? Y'all do not deal with what we deal with immigration over here. But at the same time, in South Africa, I met, some people talk about Zimbabweans. Okay. I've met them. Very nice brothers and sisters. Very, very nice. Working jobs, things like that. A lot of Zimbabweans are working service jobs, like waiters, waitresses, and stuff like that, And I remember there was a very, very nice Zimbabwean sister, right? That was serving us at Signature Restaurant. And I just felt in my heart to try to bless her with something. I just felt it. It's not that she asked me for anything. And I asked her, I say, well, look, on a real good day, how much rand you make in a day? I mean, like if somebody really treated you good, how much rand you make in a day? How much? And she said, she froze. Was like, she didn't know what to say. I said, no, give me a number. How much rand do you would make in a day? I mean, if it's a good day, how much rand? And she looked at me and she said, 1,000. I said, 1,000? I said, that's what you make, right? I said, okay. So I say, well, here you go, sister. Hey, have a blessed day. And she was like freaked out that I did that, and I saw she was over there wiping her eyes, crying, right? Which we should be doing that, right? I'm a firm believer doing that God leads you to, right? But I'm not going to say, oh, she ain't FBA, so nah, forget her. I'm not going to do that because God is watching. God is watching, okay? And I don't know what's going on with some of our people. You forget that God is not watching. God wants us to fight. God wants us to be courageous, but God does not want us to have this hatred for each other.
Bro, they got their own fucking country, gold, oil, diamonds, all kind of minerals. They probably doing that to us. They probably saying, here we know that y'all don't have y'all own gold mines and diamond mines and lithium mines and all these different resources. Y'all have your own militaries and stuff. How the hell are we going over there and making their dreams come true? That is what we're saying right now. We're not being respected enough. We're not being respected enough, and it don't make sense to us how they can have all of that. But we're not. It's not reciprocal. They're not doing a bunch of investing in the shit that we're doing. They're not giving out no big loans to us to help us start no businesses or buy no farms or create no fucking jobs here. Oh yeah, they love it when we go over there and sprinkle them trillion dollars of FBA money on their goddamn lap, and they play poor, poverty-stricken African. Nah, that's over.
Each other, okay? He don't want that. Because I'm gonna tell you about hatred. I learned about hatred years ago. Listen to me. After this long way before I met my wife, all that. So that's after a situation with me and my son's mom and all that. And I got divorced.
Trying to trick that lady.
And I had a lot of
hatred. You
hatred.
don't give that lady no free money, nigga.
I say about a good 3 good months of hatred. I'm gonna say hatred for her and all women at the time. Because I was just seeing story after story after story how men were just being done wrong the same way. And I just had a hatred, boy. Hatred. And I remember one day it came to me. And I never forgot this. I was in my kitchen and it dropped in my heart like this. It said, hatred is cancer of the soul. Get rid of it. And I froze when that came to me. I'm like, cancer of the soul. And I understood what it meant though, because if someone gets cancer, the first thing the doctor's trying to do is find out where it's at and how they can get it out your body. Because if they let cancer just fester in your body, it will spread all over your body and take you out. So the first thing they're trying to do, hey, can we do a surgery to get it out? Can we do some treatments? What can we do to get this cancer out of the body? We don't want it to spread more than where we know this location is at, right? Hatred is what they say when they say cancer of the soul, it spreads all over. So you may think that you have a hatred of one thing, but even the so-called people you love, you'll start hating them too. Prime example, the white supremacists, Klan, whatever you want to call them, they say they have a hatred of FBAs, anybody else, right, outside of them. You can look in American history. They have put a lot of white people, the same people they say they love so much, they put a lot of white people in the same trees that they put black people in. Why? Because this white person spoke up, because this white person was a civil rights icon, leader, abolitionist. Their own white people that they say they love, that they love so much, yet they would use that same hate against a white person that they love so much, right? Because you're siding with them over me. So now so the people that I say I love so much, right? Other white people, now I'm going to turn that same hate on white people. You could do the exact same thing now. I love my community. I love FBA. I love this and that and the third. And then an FBA can like, bro, I don't really agree with you talking about. You really? So you with them and all this. And now you're throwing venom toward another FBA. You can't contain any kind of hatred. That's why hatred should never be in your soul. Look at the white supremacists, and it haven't worked out for them. They are the most miserable group of human beings on the planet because they have so much hate. That's one thing I don't want to do is turn into them. And I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier. I'm not fighting to be at the top or the bottom. Sorry, I'm not fighting to do that with nobody. Once again,
we fighting everybody. We fighting everybody to survive. Every fucking body. that's just it. We fighting everybody to survive. Point blank. Period. And we put sanctions on their goddamn ass until they get their mind right. Show some goddamn respect. We've been throwing them a lifeline forever and allowing them to hustle us with their fucking slave lies. Like I say, well, that was all good. But we're moving on, Phil. You compromising yourself. You make this a bad look, brother.
Yes, we
you know that this African News Diaspora channel, everybody on this channel is everybody who worked for that channel is African. Phil, you the only one from America, which we're not hating. I'm not tripping, but we do know why you're doing this on your biggest channel, brother. Y'all right. It's definitely a conflict of interest. He made a business decision with this video.
Correct behavior that's disrespectful. Yes, if they get in a political position and they're advocating for things against us, we better check them and get them removed. Oh, yes. I'm all for look at the Yvette Clarks of the world and all them ones like that. She talking about pro-immigration. She's not talking about pro-Black America, and that it includes Black immigrants. You're not talking about Black America. I know you got to go, because when they talk about immigrants, they don't even mean Black immigrants. When they talk about immigrants, that's the crazy part. And Black immigrants, you need to pick that game up. When they talk about immigrants, they're not talking about the Black ones. They're talking about the non-Black ones. That's the ones they give all the paper to. Let's call it what it is. When in New York, I did the videos. All the Latino immigrants was in the hotels. The Black immigrants, a lot of them was on the streets. They was in New York asking for money. How come the Black immigrant, African immigrants and Caribbean immigrants couldn't get the money that the Latino immigrants are getting? They was asking them at a city hall. How they getting it and I'm not? So when they talk about immigrants, they don't mean African and Caribbean and anybody Black. They talking about them non-Black ones. That's the thing I need to tell African, Caribbean, and other immigrants. They don't want to give you nothing either. They don't like you either.
Pick a card, any card, any card. What is a 3-card money hustler? That's what these boys sound like right now. Like he just moving it. Pick a card. Where the marble at, brother? Keep your eyes on the cup. Well, what the hell are you talking about?
Either. You know, because you're too dark. You're not their favorite. No matter what they tell you, I like you more than them FBAs. No, they don't. They don't like you no more. They don't like me.
Together, ain't it, boy?
And some of you come over here and you start smelling yourself too. I get it. You think an education is, oh my God, I'm more educated, man. That piece of paper you got ain't worth crap in America. Because I don't know if y'all realize this. They're trying to take America back to the time you got to work manual labor. That's why AI is coming on board a lot faster to take away all the administrative jobs. Some of y'all, I got a master's degree and I'm the head of HR. AI gonna snap that away like Thanos. Your AI, all your jobs gonna be gone like this with AI, with administration, and you got to go back to manual labor. That's what they trying to do. AI is gonna push a lot of people back to manual labor jobs. Yeah, it's talking about Haiti. Look at what they do to Haiti. They don't like Haitians. Yeah, y'all remember what they did to the Haitians at the border? How they treated the Haitians, but all the other ones could come in here? They act like they were being invaded when the Haitians were at the border. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason for no Caribbean immigrant, African immigrant to have no issue with FBA. Because we don't have nothing to do with that either. I'm just trying to tell everybody, stop the crap, man. We got our true enemy, the one who's really like caused us problems, is these folks. That's the one.
That's a motherfucking lie. That's what keep us down. People stabbing us in the back all these years. Bullshit. The true enemy is them folks. That's what Dr. King was thinking. They was on his ass the whole time. Listen to everything he said. They were thinking that's how Fred Hampton got killed. The true enemy, my brother, is Whitey. While they niggas setting him up, telling Whitey what's going on with Fred Hampton spiking his punch. That's what Kyler was thinking. The true enemy. Yeah, until that motherfucker, the old boy jumped out of nowhere and was trying to shoot Kyler Muhammad down. We got our eyes on every damn body. And we not tripping. We just saying, hey, we finna hold our dollar right now. Nothing going over there. We getting our dollar together. We building up our own resources and our forces. That's it. That's it. And people acting like it's a big fucking problem. It can be a problem. But Phil, do you lie to them people if you told them you was gonna correct this and you was gonna smooth all this out? You can't smooth all this out, brother. This will consume you, Phil. You need to understand this. This will consume you. You're not gonna be able to straighten this out. No, our people gonna do whatever we want to do. And people chosen to do this. So that's what they're gonna do. I can't stop them. Nobody can stop them. But it's a righteous thing that's going on right now. And you can't be a tribal people and tell us, oh, we won. Well, y'all is tribal. They tribal. They definitely break down in the tribes. Come on now.
Who's caused us the problem? That's who destabilized, like who bombed Black Wall Street? Who destroyed Rosewood? Who caused all of the friction to cause the Rwandan genocide? Think about that. Who colonized the African continent? Who did all the filth they still doing today in Jamaica?
Come on, man. What? Who colonized Africa? Whites, Arabs, blacks. What are you talking about? Rwanda was just colonizing the Democratic Republic of Congo. Rwanda was just looting and killing hundreds of thousands of people. There was no fucking white man. Yes, the white 1,000 years whites been manipulating. What is the black man doing that shit? We're not gonna sit here. No, they're not getting no more passes. They're not getting no more passes as we know they've been getting manipulated by the white man. Oh, why are they fucking killing one another, assassinating their fucking leaders and doing everything the white man tell them to? Why are they doing that? Why are the Caribbean nations treating us like shit and think they fucking white? And why a lot of black people getting killed in the Caribbean vacationing? Why are people Malcolm Jamal one? What's the fuck going on down there? Why the Boule in Haiti is treating their people like slaves and sticking white men on them? But the Boule run Haiti? They have to take some responsibility for their actions. 3 nations is free in Africa. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. Nobody else. Everybody else willingly kissing the ass of the white man. Their presidents willingly on their goddamn knees being subservient to the white man. Every last one of them. Some of them trying to be free. Fuck trying to be. Either you is or you ain't. You got your own nation. You got military. You got resources. No more fucking excuses. You can't make no excuses for these people, Phil. We can't hook up with the people who they decide to. We don't decide to be subservient to the Europeans. They do. There's a difference. We need to see what we can do on our own back. We haven't got 1 minute since we got our slavery for everybody being all over us, acting like theirs. We won't know. We got a clear conscience. We separating right now. And that's it. And nobody can't fucking stop us. That's just serious fucking business, man. And a lot of those leaders, all the people in Africa should be ashamed of their motherfucking self. Fleeing from Africa to come here and talk shit, you should be ashamed of yourself. Running away. You say you're being genocided, you're supposed to be raising up a fucking army and dealing with the black man who's doing that to you. Yeah, we know he's a bootlegger for the colonizers. Why are you fleeing from your homeland to talk shit to us?
Who's doing it? It's nobody that's part of FBA or the diaspora. It's these folks. Your leaders are corrupt in these nations. And you go find out they're working with these folks. Isn't that now FBA's doing it? That's what I'm saying. It's like we have so many, it doesn't take much to realize the hidden hand that's causing a problem for everybody.
The hidden hand is the Satan.
But it's,
look, listen. I ain't for this. The Europeans is more devilish than these black demons who've been, well, like I say, man, before it was a European, we've been having problems with the people who wasn't evenly yoked with us. Their customs was different. Their tribal traditions was different. And we've been warm with these people. A lot of these people hooked up with the Europeans to conquer us, our civilizations. A lot of these same people been sold us out. Now they want to do it again right up under us and play like they've been with us the whole time. A lot of these people will brag to you they never been in slavery. What the fuck they want to tell? They want to bring that up? A lot of people brag about their ancestors never was in slavery. Guilty. Right there. Let's start right there. But now we say, you know what? No, we not like one of all black men. We all one. No, we not. Some of your motherfuckers was working with these bastards. You gave them the trade routes. You gave them the valleys to come through. You snuck them into villages. You dirty bastards. Now you want to question us. Because we want to have nothing to do with you like that right now. We got a right to say that. We'll go, damn, who don't like it? We know history. Like I said, our ancestors like John Henry Clark had to teach them. Because Whitey didn't let them know a lot of information. All their books was burnt. That's right. Only some tribal leaders had the knowledge and they pass it out, but anybody speaking the knowledge would be killed. They selling them out. So it was a long time before they even knew what the fuck had went on in Africa. They goddamn self. That's a fact. I'm not letting them pretend like they know every fucking thing. They know who's who, try to tell us who we are, who we not. They what? We'll tell them. They coming over here to learn something in our motherfucking colleges. What the fuck? You coming over here to get educated. The gig is up, man.
But it's so much easier to fight against each other. It's easier to do that. And like I said, I will call you out when you're disrespectful. So don't think because I'm saying this today, that if you're being disrespectful tomorrow, I won't call you out. I'm going to call you out. Don't worry. And that's why some of y'all don't like about me. Well, 1 minute he's saying this, and the next minute he's saying that. He needs to pick. I don't have to pick nothing. I pick my truth. I pick my God, and I'm following that. And two things could be right at the same time.
Don't stand for nothing. That's crazy.
One day you can be right about saying, "Nah, we're not gonna take no disrespect now." And then we can also be right that, hey, we don't need to be trying to fight each other to be at the top of the bottom. Those two things will be right at the same time. I'm laughing what King Noble said. Yeah, I think that's all of us sometimes. You know, you got to watch that. Smelling yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Because like I said, I tell Africans, Caribbeans, don't let that degree make you think you high and mighty. That's no. In this country, you can have a doctorate degree. You can have 1 million degrees. In this country, you're still a ninja, okay? Period. Whether you FBA or not. Ooh, I got a car, and other people got a car too. I got a house. I'm doing so much better. You know, even when some people say, well, we're doing better than FBAs, that's arrogance and pride talking. Why are you looking at somebody else, what you doing? Focus on yourself. Focus on your family. Don't focus on nobody else and what they do. You don't know nobody else's situation. Well, we do this, we do that. It's not enough for y'all. When you start breaking down the numbers, that's why I say that's pride and that's arrogance. You're not doing better. Because you go look in your homeland, you're not doing better as a collective of your people because you had to come over here to do it. So when people tell you, hey, bruh, sis, watch your mouth. You had to come way over here to do it. Or y'all being xenophobic. No, it's just the fact is you coming over here kind of being prideful and looking down on Black people here and not even knowing our story, why we in the position that we're in. And so it do become disrespectful and arrogant or whatever, like you the only one that's ever been to school. Like I'm the type of person, I'm not talking down on people's education, but you just don't impress me having a doctor in front of your name. You impress me when you're a good person. You impress me when you're an innovative person. That's what gets my attention. Man, accolades, I don't care if you got $1 billion. That don't impress me because you ain't giving me none of it. Ooh, he got money. So? He ain't giving me $10. So why am I impressed with his money? He got these cars. He got this house. I don't care. I'm not there with him. He ain't let me ride in the car with him. So I don't care. And I thank God I have that mentality. Like people just don't impress me like that. And let me before I gotta wrap this up. And I'm gonna repeat it again so people can understand in the back. If a Black American say I'm not African, I'm telling you what they're really telling you. I've repeated it 1,000 times. I'm gonna use myself. When I go to the African continent, I'm culturally FBA, Black American. I am not culturally African. I don't have the customs. I wasn't raised there. I don't know how to cook the food. I don't know any of that I'm learning it, but I don't know it because I'm not culturally African. If an African come here, they're not culturally FBA.
First of all, that Muslim guy running for the mayor of New York, that Arab guy, when he came to America, he tried to get into college and they exposed that. He said that he was an African American. That's what he put on there. Trying to use that to sneak through the system and hoping he could fool people into thinking that he was an African American. But when they asked him, well, he was from Africa. You get it? And then he came to America and he become a natural citizen. So this Arab Muslim guy was a African American. Now, just like Elon Musk is an African American, a white man from Africa can be African American. You see how that go? A Moroccan come here, nationalized citizen. Now he's an African American. Sure, come on, man. These people crazy.
Yay, they're not. Now they're kids. That's first generation. They've been around more FBAs, so they're going to take on more of what we say, what we do, the clothing, the whatever. But at the same time, they're in a kind of like in a situation because their family like, oh well, you Nigerian, but they went to school with none but FBAs. So whoever you're around, you're going to become more of, right? So if you're around a bunch of FBAs, but you go home, your mama and them talking about you're Nigerian, and then let's say that Nigerian kid that's Nigerian American goes to Lagos, they're going to look at him as an Akata too, because he's not culturally Nigerian. He's actually culturally more American. Listen to videos from African first generations. They'll tell you they're not even accepted over there. I just think people sometimes need to slow down. Let's reassess. 3 and 4 things can be right at the same time. Okay? 3 or 4 things can be right at the same time. What one person or a few people say doesn't represent millions of people. There's millions of Black immigrants here. What a few say don't represent the whole, from what I've seen. What a few FBAs say or do doesn't represent the whole, from what I've seen in life. Okay? Stop letting social media divide us as a people, and let's use social media to, go at the real people, these folks, right? Who's causing the problem. Stay out the comment sections arguing with people who don't have a picture, and they do have a picture. They have no videos. They have no nothing. Just don't do that. We learned that game years ago. That's why we cut down on a lot of stuff we argue about in Black America, because we picked up the game. Okay? Learn. All right. Who made a video about me? Lily Gaddis made a video about me? She was so mad. What'd she say about me? Oh man. What'd she say about me? Nah, I'm curious. What that woman say about me? And why didn't y'all send me that video? Man, tag me that video on X. Let me see. What did she say about me? And if she want to come on the show, she can. I talk to her all day long. Hold on. Where's she at? Well, y'all, whatever video she sent about me, yeah, y'all send it to me. Well, did she get mad about that video I talked about?
We warn people. Y'all chilling. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know. If I had to do a roll call of all them Simple Simon Negroes, yeah. If I had to, don't get me started. I could run the tables on Vicky Dillon, Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed, Umar Johnson, Philip Scott. Oh yeah, Black Authority. All y'all. Look at them, they chilling. Look at them, they chilling for the Democrats. They just chill. Yeah, look at y'all, just shit. We gonna have a topic coming up next. They ain't saying nothing how under a Democrat appointee on the FCC changed the damn law when it came to how many folks were getting overcharged for making phone calls in prison. Republicans got in and said, no, we throwing that out. We're just going to discuss that next. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot, Nola. What no tangibles. Yeah, all y'all FBA, B1, ADOS assholes. Well, guess what? All that complaining y'all did, welcome to Trump MAGA America.
So Swollen Roland is at it again. He's now attacking the grassroots again. I had a debate with Swollen Roland about a month and a half ago here in Philadelphia. He came down to the the Urban League and he spoke. It was a big boule party. They was in there. You had all the different groups, organizations, and my brother got an award for some of the work that he does, working in the youth prison and working with the youth. So he was given an award. So I went there with him. And Roland Martin was the keynote speaker. And after the awards, after the show was over, me and Roland, we got down to business and we had a one-on-one debate for about an hour. And I was telling him, I'm part of Foundational Americans Foundation. I only like to use the term Black because Africans can come and use the term Black and other groups. We're Foundational Americans, right? I told him that, and we went back and forth, right? And I just told him, I said, you guys like to come and talk about the grassroots class, but y'all don't do anything. Y'all it's been a colossal failure with you guys. Every year we graduate black students from HBCUs every year, and we never see them matriculate back into black communities. Black Memphis, Black Baltimore, Black Washington, D.C., Black Philadelphia. The home ownership is abysmal. The business ownership is not to the standard of which it should be. But we got black educated class, black educated people. And since the death of Dr. King and so many other leaders, it's been a colossal failure. Y'all haven't done anything. But yet and still, you constantly take shots, black grassroots. And it's like, it's convenient for you guys, man, because you know that we're now coming after you. And we're telling you guys, we're looking for tangents from this Democratic Party. For so long, we've followed the Democratic Party blindly, and it's gotten us nowhere. We're not allowing that no more. We're not going for that. We're not allowing that no more. And you guys can't handle it. So now every chance you get, you take shots. Like you just took shots at all the grassroots guys on guys and women on YouTube, really trying to wake our people up. You're diametrically opposed, and you're going against us as if we're stupid. And you're constantly saying stuff like this.
Some of y'all just thinking about the next 6 months to a year. And I get these black people, man, they coming over here, they taking our jobs.
Wrong.
This is, listen to me, black people. These white supremacists got you using the same language.
That's right.
Using the same language as them. And I already know. I know all you FBA B1 dumbasses gonna run your mouth, do your video. See, there you go. He an anchor, baby. He Haitian. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
And if you were, so what?
Right. Mom and daddy from here. Grandparents from here. Great-grandparents from here. My maternal, paternal ancestors migrated from Haiti. That leaves me with 3 other grandparents, dumbasses. But, oh, and by the way, for all you dumbass FBA and B1 people, black immigrants account for 10% of the U.S. population. And so when we're talking about congressional seats and we're talking about apportionment, when we're talking about census dollars and stuff along those lines, guess what? Those black immigrants are included. So you're going to want that 10%. Because, see, you're going to want the number of folks who are black immigrants who are in Minnesota. You're going to want those black immigrants in Houston, largest Nigerian population. You're going to want those black folks from Liberia, black folks from Bermuda. See, this is when I need our people to stop listening to YouTube economists.
Come on.
TikTok anthropologists and Instagram political scientists to understand the larger picture what we're dealing with here. You have to create a functioning system where you're processing people properly and then where they're also going. Because the last point I make here is this here. For all y'all people who are sitting here, who are freaking out, guess what? Black and brown immigrants is what has changed the population shift and the electoral shift in places like Arizona, New Mexico, Georgia.
That's right.
See, this is the problem, Reese, that we got too many people listening to dumb folk on social media who are not fully understanding of what's going on here. And while these same people are yelling and screaming,
he understand. It's a comedy. It's like a Saturday Night Live skit. These people are finished. Nobody gives a damn about what they say. They gotta agree. They gotta agree with everything Roland say. These people know goddamn well black people don't give a shit about what Roland Martin are they saying. We don't have to hook up with no immigrants to do nothing. Don't give a shit about their 10%. That's a problem. Quit trying to infiltrate us. We shouldn't have no immigrants. We shouldn't have no immigrants having no sway over our electoral process. That's a problem. Definitely not in the black community. That's a problem. Hell no, that's national security. No immigrants should be able to put their hand on our electoral process, brother. See, that's what your plan. Get all these immigrants. How long you been planning on getting all the immigrants into the black community, and then they vote the way you bootlicking, bootleg house niggas want them to vote, and then we gotta shut up and go along with them. How long y'all been working on this plan that we busted open in our generation? It's over. It's finished. You can curse B1, FBA, but it's over for y'all. We moving the needle. We got the boots on the ground. We everywhere. We the ones willing to put in this motherfucking work. Yeah, that's the scamming that you bootleg motherfucker. That's over with. Y'all don't know intellectual judge. Y'all paid prostitutes. That's disgusting. That y'all had the audacity to sit here, lose an election miserably, not be able to swing the needle for the black vote, and then come out here and pretend like y'all the speaker for the real black people. Man, please.
Aiming.
We ain't talking about YouTube. YouTube shows like yours. Roland, you on YouTube, bro. You are like the rest of us. You like the rest of us. You ain't on CNN, they been canned you. Boy, it's on you. I'll find your problem. I know you got other digital stuff, other places. We don't look for none of that shit. We would never run into you nowhere else but here. You right here with us. Hell wrong with you.
Migrants coming in, they don't even have remotely the same energy when it comes to advocating for public policy of existing people that directly impacts us.
So now, you and Tariq Nasheed been going back and forth for years, right? So your latest antics, you go after us again, right? So Tariq Nasheed got wind of this, and he quickly responded, right? And he came back because, like I said, these guys, they blame everything on the Trump administration. As if Trump is the most racist president we ever had, and they paint this narrative.
I can guarantee you, Roland Martin and those bootlickers don't went to the government and they told the government to investigate FBA and B1. I can guarantee you it's going to come out sooner or later that the so-called black leaders went to the government and told them that, because the hate they got, and they know it's only one way to stop this. They got to go to the government. They're going to say, oh, y'all got to treat them like the Panthers. I can assure y'all that they went to them. The hate that's in their heart, they know they can't stop us. The election just proved it. They're finished. So I can guarantee you they didn't went to the government and say, man, y'all going to have to start some assassinations or something to bring them people. I'm telling you, watch. They're going to start playing real dirty. And Roland, he giving it all up with his hate and his venom that he have for FBA and for B1.
But under the Democrats, black boys were being gunned down by police and they was being let off. The Breonna Taylor situation happened. Democrats did nothing about it. They allowed all of this stuff to go on. To the Tamir Rice situation, Terrence Crutcher, so many different things happened under the Democratic leadership. They didn't do anything, right? So now you want to blame everything on the Republicans? We already know the mental fabric of America is racist. Nobody has to tell us that. We know that. But you guys walk around as if the Republicans are the only ones that's racist and the Democrats ain't. So Tariq Nasheed responded by saying this.
Now, first thing I want to talk about, your boy Roland Martin. Roland and the Democrats, I guess Roland and those guys got the email from the DNC to start attacking the black grassroots, the FBA grassroots. They must have gotten that email to attack the influencers. Roland was on his show the other day, basically talking about us, the black grassroots. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you, beloved. So he's on there babbling. They got some kind of email. Right now, the Democrats, their numbers are in the tank right now. The Democrats are hemorrhaging right now. The Democrats are so down bad, it's pathetic. Their numbers are in the tank. As we saw in the last election, they got washed. They don't have no real contender for the next election. So it's looking very bad for the Democrats. They just put out an article the other day talking about how young Black American voters aren't rocking with them like that. Well, that's the death blow right there. They were talking about how a lot of the young black voters are just abandoning the Democrats right now. And I told y'all, they're going to put up a whole bunch of excuses, but they know why this is. They know why this is. This is because the black grassroots is waking up a lot of people, especially a lot of the young voters, and really giving them the game, and we're making it plain to them. We're not relying on the boule class to give information to people no more. And the young people are just not doing that. They know at this point, the boule class, they're compromised. The boule class, like Roland and the Urban League and people like that, these are extensions of the Democrat Party. These are auxiliaries of the Democrat Party. So they're not going to give you any information in good faith. They are given grants, kickbacks, and payments to toe the line for whatever agenda the Democrat Party wants you to see. So now there's a situation with the guy who was involved with killing Breonna Taylor, one of the cops. He's getting some kind of little slap on the wrist, and now the Democrats are trying to blame Trump. Now, when the Democrats were in office, all this time, Trump just got in office a few months ago. The Democrats have been in office for the last 4 years. They didn't do nothing to those dudes who harmed Breonna Taylor. Biden's administration didn't really do nothing severe or put no real charges on those guys. They could have done that. They didn't. See, they want to play that hot. They'll wait. They'll sit up here and not do nothing and then wait till Trump get in and be like, see, Trump letting them go. Look at Trump. No, we're not letting them play that game no more. The Democrats had every opportunity in the world to do something about those people who harmed Breonna Taylor, and they didn't do anything. So we're just not letting them play that hot.
I told y'all before Trump got in the office what the Democrats was going to do. They was going to highlight all kind of police brutality, police shootings, while they ignored it. But I remember I warned y'all, one thing about police shootings, we never know is he a Republican or a Democrat who killed that person? We never get to find out who the cop vote for. And I can assure you, when Trump is in office, that it's a bunch of Democratic cops around the country committing violence against black people, and they're highlighting it. You see, it's all part of the game. Because no one's going to ask, is that a Democratic cop doing that? Shit, no. They're just going to say a police officer. They know what they're doing.
Hot potato game. So they're using that now. That's like one of their talking points.
Absolutely. And
so Roland was on this show. Like, I'll run these people. I run them around the table. Vicky Dillard, I'll name them. Vicky Dillard, Tyreek Nasheed, Phil Scott, the Black Authority. So basically, yeah, they didn't send him an email. They didn't send him an email on who to attack. They didn't send him an email, and he's doing all. And these FBAs, these stupid ass FBAs, you fool, stupid fool. I told you that's what, they're going to have him out here cursing. They don't have no other play. They don't really have no other play. The name of the game is to shame us. You understand? We got to understand the Democrats, they're sending their shield operatives to basically what they want to do is discredit the black grassroots now. See, they always use Roland big old fat pickle juice drinking ass to go out here and try to shame and guilt trip foundational black Americans into supporting the damn Democrats for nothing, just using these weird scare tactics. We ain't falling for no more. So when we talk about real justice and real accountability, we get attacked. Y'all stop asking for some accountability. When Trump get in office, what you think he gonna do? Everything is about deflecting and what Trump ain't gonna do and what the Republicans ain't gonna do. So we're not getting fooled by that no more. And the Democrat Party, they are preemptively targeting us black independent thinkers because they know we are a political threat. I've been saying that. They know we're a political threat to them. Foundational grassroots media, we're seen as a threat to that Democratic power, not allies. See, these attacks, they know we can't really be bought off. We're not interested. they know, some of us on the grassroots, I ain't trying to go to the Boule brunch or the NAACP picnic and the Urban League line dance. We ain't trying to hang out with these idiots. I'm not trying to get Jasmine Crockett weave strands on me. None of that. I'm good. We don't really want to be in that spot. We don't want to be in the white ass kissing juke joint. So we're not allies. They know that when you talk to us, it's going to be about some tangibles.
So we're coming into a day and time where a lot of our people are starting to wake up. They're not going for the okie doke and a lot of stuff that our people went for in the past, right? There's a new generation of young people that's starting to speak up for themselves. They're starting to name themselves, claim themselves, right? And they want to have full autonomy over themselves, right? Their minds, their thought process. And we want to be able to dictate how our future is going to be. We keep asking, under this Democratic leadership and Republican leadership, what is Black communities going to look like by 2035? And we keep allowing this thing to go the way that it is, right? We keep allowing this Boule class and a lot of these church ministers, not all of them, but a lot of them, to run us right into the ground. What are we going to do for their own financial gain, right? We watching Black boys die. There's Black boys dying, Black mothers crying all over the place, right? There's lack of home ownership. We've been gentrified out of the communities that we live in, right? And every year they got the same old sad story. So now you got generations of young people that's starting to speak up. And the same sentiments that we might have had in Philly, we found out in Oakland, they got the same thought process. In Houston, Texas, in Atlanta, in Memphis, in Milwaukee, Black people, young Black people are thinking the same way I'm talking. But the internet has now allowed us to come together, right? And build alliances and start to create coalitions. We got to do something about this. This group can no longer speak for us. They sold us down the river. They sold us out. They sold us out. They're everything that we say that we need, they're diametrically opposed to. They allowing these immigrants to come in and overrunning Black communities, overrunning them. But then when we say this, oh, we don't know what we're talking about. Yes, we know what we're talking about. We go down to our city council meetings. We know what's going on in our local governments of municipalities that we live in. We know what's happening here. But you guys talk down to us and talk to us as we're stupid, because that's what the Boule class was created for. It's always been that elite class of Blacks that was put in place to keep us in line, to keep us from rebelling. Well, now it's no longer working. And you guys are now scrambling. You guys are now scrambling to try to maintain control over us, and it's too late. Big Mom and them ain't here no more. We're not listening to that no more. We ain't going to just hold hands and praying and saying kumbaya and waiting on the Lord to come save us, when he already gave us everything inside of us to save ourselves. We're not moving like that no more. Them days is over with. So you guys are old news, and there's a new generation of young Black people coming in, and we're declaring and demanding things change. And we're willing to do the work. So no more Swollen Rolling and his cohorts coming in and, trying to do things to shut us down and keep our communities in the position that it's in. It's over. So y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit.
Oh, man. It's over for that. They need to pay attention. We're not going back to the way. That's over.
Black American delineation has nothing to do with anti-African, anti-Caribbean, or anti-other Black nations. It's about preserving culture, preserving inheritance, setting aside a particular group so that they are not forgotten. They don't want their ancestors, the sacrifice of their ancestors. They don't want the sacrifice of their people to be forgotten. You say that they don't have culture. You say that they don't have identity. And when they decide to set themselves apart, you say that they shouldn't. And no other culture is expected to absorb everybody else except Black Americans.
Yep.
You don't go to Jamaica and say, you got to accept us as Jamaican. You don't go to Haiti and say, you got to accept us as Haitian. Everybody else can have their identity. But when it comes to Black Americans wanting to set themselves apart, you say, oh no, you guys you're xenophobic, you're Zionist. No, stop gaslighting them. Are there some extremists? Yes. But that doesn't represent the whole group. It's important that this group is set aside because they do have an inheritance. They have a special tie to this land and a special history to this land, and they deserve that observation.
And I appreciate this clip from my brothers from Reset Race, Actify Press. It was a great, great clip. And the young lady in the clip, well put, sister, well put. You know, when she said, don't let them gaslight us, stop gaslighting black people. Black people, stop gaslighting yourself into acting, into believing that they don't understand. They get it. You know, it gets to a certain point with these trolls that they have you questioning reality like you'll say, maybe they don't understand. Let me continue to explain myself. But they got it the first time. Fam, they just want our resources. They want our resources. They want, there's something that black people have in America that nobody else will have. It's our history. It's our struggle. It's our unique positioning, being here in the country as long as we've been here, as long as this has been a country before this was a country. You know, it's the fabric of the country itself. It's mixed in with black people. And that's a currency. And I look at it like they want whatever resources, whatever benefits that may come to black people, they want some of it. That's all it is. That's it. That's all. Forget it. Bam, boom, bye. And when they say, they use this analogy, when I'm in the car and the cops see me, they don't know. Hey, let's cut the shit. When I talk about black people being messed with cops, let's not act like that happens every 2 seconds of every day to everyone all the time. It's sort of like you're conflating that, you're over dramatizing it. Okay? Philando Castile was pulled over like 100 times. Have you been Philando Castile? Probably not. This idea that you're going to use that as to say, we don't get to have a culture, and if we don't let you in because Roland's friend Greg Carr said that we need to all do this, and I remember this scripture, and I remember the time Malcolm X said we need to work together. Well, you know what, they shot Malcolm X to death. What was it? 60 years ago? Things have changed. Okay, things have changed. I understand the philosophy. That was a different time. There's been a lot of changes with legislation and where this country has gone since Malcolm X was here. And we're coming down to the end of Black America, man. We don't have time to play games. These people understand. And that's why, man, I make comments. It's like, you know what, man, as much as people don't like hearing it, they don't like hearing it, man. Black America and white America, we have a close relationship, and we always will. It was only until a couple years ago I truly understood how so many folks have really gravitated to our culture. We're a part of America, and America's a part of us. And I take exception with people that say that's a wrong way to look at Black America. We are here. This is our country, the only country we've ever known. I think it's crazy to say we shouldn't embrace that which is ours. That's just crazy, man. You know? Our people put too much time into this country to not be able to have a claim to our own shit. People that come to America from other countries, like my Nigerian brothers, my Ghana brothers, my Congolese brothers and sisters, man, they're the top percent. They're the top 10% of those people in those countries. And then you come here and you start talking shit to the average Black American. But you put the average Black American, you stack them up against the average Congolese or Nigerian, and I did a video, a deep dive about the differences in those countries and our country. You'll really get more of an understanding as to why. I actually put this video out back on May 4th, 2025. And I start off here with the thumbnail, which is Black Americans versus Nigerian Americans. And the numbers you see here are the median household incomes. Black American median household income, 52,000. Nigerian, 9,000. We go Black Bahamians. They have a per capita income of about 31,000 to our 52,000. Black Britons, 30,000 to 52,000. Black Canadians, 29,000. Median household income to our 52,000. Black South Africans, 7,000 median household income to our 52. We have Jamaicans with 5,600. We have Black France, 20,000, and Black Brazilians with 27,000 to 44,000. I don't know why that fluctuates, but that's what the number said. And other African and Caribbean populations generally are below 10,000 per capita. There are a few exceptions like Botswana or Barbados, but mostly speaking, that's what you have. Get it now? They need to be a little more humble when it comes to this. When I looked at the demographics of Nigerians' population in Nigeria, not the ones who can spend the money to come here. That's a special few. I'm talking about back there. It would be like if you judge a group by the ones that went to Harvard. You don't look at the ones that live in the trailer park. You ain't really looking at the group, are you? And that's sort of what they do when they do like the numbers. I got a bunch of people saying, well, why aren't you doing as well? Why aren't you doing as well as Somalians? Yeah, go where the Somalians from? What country they from? Let's go there and look at their numbers. How they doing over there? Not the ones that come over here. I'm talking about the ones over there. Because the ones that get to come over here, it ain't just everybody. They don't pick the guy who lives on the streets, who gets a meal every other day and wash his ass twice a week, if you're lucky. He not over here. He don't get to come to America. You understand what I'm saying? The truly impoverished folks don't get to come over here. The ones that lack education don't get to come over here. The ones whose parents don't have the monies. The same thing for my Indian folks. The caste system they got over there, oh, come on. They got a caste system over there in India. If you from these bottom castes, you don't get to come to America, fam. The Brahmin caste, that's the Vivek class. See, some people know some things, some people know no things. I know some things about a lot of things. And that I know because I know a brother his father was a diplomat from India, from the Middle East. I forget exactly which country. His name was Dave Sadu. Dave gave me a very clear understanding of how things worked in this country and how they looked at Black Americans and how the caste system worked. Anyway, thank you, sister, for the video. Great video. Dope. I love to hear what you guys think about this in the comments section. Let's post a couple comments from the 10 Black Wolfpack. What say you, fam?
Go figure. Follow me.